For the stats, I be beating the up.
Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Peace, 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 man. It seems like we got another Aboriginal FBA versus Pan-African hater showdown. You know, just to name a few, bro, Reggie, Ankh the God Killer, Saneter TV himself, and Dr. Maya Op. She's an op. We're going to get into the conversation, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. It's your brother, Aboriginal Power. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. Let's get into the rest of this intro. Let's go.
So dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? Eat $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God or Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English potted on our homes. Tribal families turned on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to somethings. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Say you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. You stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you could change a whole world through a vote, huh? Like slave masters willing to let their slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse, a black king strategy. When blacks were your majesty, they always hide your pyramids but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patented accurately. Yeah. And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like, I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit. I'm just getting started. Y'all niggas rap about busting guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people back, nigga.
Peace, 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 peace. Peace, love, and light, Grand Rising. Happy waking back. Shout out to all my FBA Aboriginal brothers, sisters that's tapping in. Peace and blessings. And yes, it is 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. That means it is 4:30 Western Time, and it means it's 6:30 Central Time. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. This is a live stream. This is a Wake and Bake. We're going to get into some reaction videos. So if y'all ready to get right into this live action, I do need y'all to hit that like button, drop a fire emoji. Let me know y'all in the chat. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Let's get right into some of this live action, man. So listen, since the delineation movement, it has really ruffled a lot of people's feathers. And the Pan-African movement is now being more vocal than ever since the James Smalls showed his true colors of possibly being an agent or a sellout. Other Pan-Africans are now riding the coattail and going at Aboriginal / FBA Americans for delineating. So we're going to be playing some clips from those various different people. Shout out to my brother Black Alpha for providing a lot of these clips and content that we're going to be reacting to. And salute to everybody that's listening in, man. I do appreciate everybody for popping in the building with your brother Aboriginal Power. It's always a blessing to see you guys off in the building. Also, family, it is encouraging you guys to hit that like button, thumb up the video, and support the channel. So let's get right into some of this live action that we got lined up for you guys today. All right. So let's get into the clip right here.
That's funny. I call them Too Black. Listen, they out here now, fam, doing interviews. So James Smalls does this interview where he tried to backtrack. And he's like, no, it wasn't really what it sounded like. And I love FBA, all of the above, y'all. But then some of his little goons came out and they started running their mouth and nobody said nothing about it. Fam, these people said they want the smoke, so we gonna bring the smoke. But this type of smoke ain't what you want. Watch this right here, family. Pan-African babble.
Right? I don't have nothing to say about that. That's my issue with this whole thing. That's my issue with Professor Smalls. He didn't check the nonsense at the door, man. You see, if you check that at the door.
Shout out to the family in the building, man. I do want to say shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to Super Don Beasy. Shout out to Poison Poet. Shout out to Mound City Mellow. Shout out to Reginald Jones. Shout out to Humble Up. Shout out to Telephone Chords TV. Shout out to Craig Lloyd. And shout out to everybody else that's listening in that's not able to comment in the live chat right now. Maybe because you're moving around at work, getting started, getting the kids together, whatever the case may be. Shout out to you guys for just giving me an ear. But yeah, man, appreciate you for coming through. I ain't seen you in a minute neither, Humble Up. All is well, bro. Hope all is well with you and the family. And I send my blessings out towards you and the family. Okay? Shout out to you, brother. Also, family, I do want to encourage you guys to hit that like button and support the channel. Now, I do want to say you're not obligated to support, but we do appreciate the support. This channel is not monetized, so all donations is appreciated. All right?
Well, make them be clear. Make them back it up with the academic studies. Use STEM to identify and verify who we are, then you wouldn't have a problem with me. Never said you was a crook, never said that. What I'm saying is you're incapable of giving us our history accurately. You have proven this. You've roused up a whole bunch of people that's from identity crisis. You rouse them up like a bunch of hungry wolves. You have miseducated them. That's my issue.
First of all, now he's acting like Tariq Nasheed is the big bad teacher that teaches all the Black Americans that a lie about who we are. First of all, Tariq Nasheed is not my teacher. He is my comrade. He is a brother of mine. You understand me? I'm an individual researcher, and I learned through my own process of understanding. See, once you learn to learn, you can understand and learn anything. And we've been telling your goofy ass this for a while. This ain't no new conversation. We've been telling you that we're not African. We've been delineating. We've been saying we from here. It's just now it's another group of people besides the Aboriginals. You got the FBA brothers who now delineating. So it's just it's a continuation of the same conversation. Now it's been compacted and put together. You know what I'm saying? Different fashions, different chapters now coming together with one particular mission ahead. That's to get on code. And now these guys acting like we're the indoctrinated when these fools been running around pushing this Marcus Garvey crap, which been around for at least 100 years, family. This Marcus Garvey nonsense been around for 100 years and haven't provided anything.
My issue is that it's the same vein. It's the same vein of pseudoscientific ideas, misinformation that will turn to disinformation. And then they little disrespectful fucks at the end of the day. They disrespectful with wild information.
He said we disrespectful fucks. First of all, we haven't been that disrespectful. First of all, y'all disrespectful for disrespecting who our lineage is. I remember having a conversation with you roughly around 5 years ago, and I believe Brother Sanchez was there with me. And I asked you, what did your grandmama tell you? You told me out of your own mouth that your your mother told you that y'all were Indian before she passed. And you told me that you didn't care and you don't believe anything that she had to say about your history. You didn't even believe your own mom, bro. You believe the white man over anybody. You believe that the European, the big bad white man that's in the scientific realm, that's giving you all the literature that you can find on science, can never be wrong. You don't even attempt to challenge him. That is pathetic, and that is the weakest, feeble mindset of anyone, which is obviously a collective mind state from the Pan-African community. You are the weakest link. You sound like a damn fool. And you a little disrespectful fuck. Ain't nobody showing you smoking crack on no photo. There is a channel dedicated to your old habits. It's called Ankh's Crack Pipe. If anybody's ever heard of Ankh's Crack Pipe, look it up.
That's my issue. My issue is that it's the same vein. It's the same vein of pseudoscientific ideas, misinformation that will turn to disinformation, and then they little disrespectful fucks at the end of the day. They disrespectful with wild information. They stick their chests out as if they can stand up.
You damn right we stick our chests out. He talking about FBA, y'all. He talking about FBA. This is who he talking about. They disrespectful. They don't listen. They don't go along with the narrative, what he's really saying. Oh, we about to go there, y'all. Oh, let me tell you something. When you rocking with Black Alpha, we do this smoke regulating 1,000,000%. So you ask for it, and I shall deliver. And we got all the receipts for you. Fam, he's saying that foundational Black Americans are pseudo. He's saying that foundational Black Americans have an identity crisis. Who got more of an identity crisis than somebody who thinks all of the Africans on the planet Earth are all going to team up tomorrow at 7 o'clock? Huh? Who are the ones with the identity crisis? The people who think that they're going to get foundational Black American donations to build whatever endeavor they have over there? Or is it that these people are just mad because that money ain't coming in? And if we're disrespectful, fine, because I say this with all disrespect. F you, partner. How about that one? Straight up. And if I didn't have my elders in the chat,
if y'all remember that channel, Ankh's Crack Pipe, well, for those that don't know, the guy at the bottom is the guy Ankh. This is Ankh, the God killer. This is the image of the guy from that photo from years ago. This is Ankh.
Would be the whole F-U-C-K, all right? But you go ahead and fill in the blanks. F-U, this certified. Go ahead, tell us more, because I'm sitting here seeing Scam African, and they scamming, but we regulate
in an academic setting and pull that off. They can't. I just wanted to end with that.
And I want to say this, Brother Ankh, too, because this is how much of cowards. There's a lot of cowards. I'm looking in the chat.
Damn. Cowards in the chat. Okay.
It's just a bunch of cowards in the
So I echo my dear brother. You know what I mean? So, so I will say, come talk to me. Subscribe, Dr. Dennis Assault Winkler on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Get those numbers up. You know, bring in the hate. But this is what I want to say. Something the brother said though, and I just took a brief note. He said that Baba Small said this as well, brother. And I don't want to take that out of context or stretch it more than what it is. But this is what he said. And maybe we can ask the question. He said they are.
Man, listen, Dr. Mayat is a damn federal agent. These are all agents. And I'm going to break this down. I'm going to do a whole separate show separately on the lady at the top right of the screen. Her name is Dr. Mayat. And this is whose platform that they're on. She's a known person in the city of Baltimore, which she no longer stays there. Well, long story short, she was involved into a criminal organization that went sour and that she ended up turning and becoming a informant to take down that organization. We're going to talk about that in another episode. 100% an agent.
Struggling from identity crisis.
Yeah.
As I was not too long ago.
Facts.
He was saying as he also was struggling from an identity crisis.
Yep.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself, fam. We ain't got no identity crisis. That's the new one, y'all. Watch it how they play. Now they trying to hit us with the, FBA just got an identity crisis. No, is that we have identified ourselves. That's the difference, fam. They are attacking identification. Identification is what they're afraid of. This man is sitting here with a goddamn Timu kente cloth on, okay? A Timu kente cloth that looks like a damn comforter. And he talking about an identity crisis. He got an identity crisis. He don't know whether to go to the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General to get that cloth on his back, all right? Don't sit there and talk about no damn identity crisis when you sitting there wearing a damn comforter as a dashiki. Don't talk to FBA. Fam, they're upset because we know who we are. See what happens, fam, when you know who you are and then you own it and you stand on it? These people get upset. What you're hearing now, y'all, is a dying ideology that is facing the front that they are done for. They're facing the fact that it's over. And by the way, let me run this back.
I think it really just hit them this year real bad that they in the dirt. Pan-Africanism is the least respected ideology out of all the conscious community ideologies.
I want y'all to notice how right here, okay? Gap tooth Pan-African, all right? Gap African. I want y'all to notice how dude at the bottom, he's going to say that Professor Small's only problem was he didn't check us at the door. So I don't want to hear nobody talking about how mean we are. Nah, don't let nobody come out here and say FBA is being too mean. No. You want to play the check game. All right, so don't cry. When you get that FBA smoke, all the damn Africans, all this, it's over. You can no longer say that somebody's being mean because dude right here saying we need to get checked.
Right. And guess what? They're going to say that we need to be checked at the door for saying that black people were already here before African slave trade, before transatlantic slave trade. You see, James Smalls said this. And here in a minute, we're going to let James Smalls say what he needs to say. We're going to let it go out of his own words.
You can no longer say that somebody's being mean because dude right here saying we need to get checked. Well, we G-check, all right? That's what the hell we do.
Right? I don't have nothing to say about that. That's my issue with this whole thing. That's my issue with Professor Smalls. He didn't check the nonsense at the door, man. You see, if you check that at the door, make them be clear, make them back it up with the academic studies, use STEM.
Check who at the door? Check who? Man, we G-check. Now, I know that G in your name may mean gap tooth, but we G-check for real.
Yeah, we G-checking for real. Shout out to my brother Leonard Justice for supporting the channel, man. Shout out to big brother Leonard Justice for supporting the channel. We do appreciate all the support. Shout out to my brother for supporting the channel. Shout out to my brother Reginald Jones as well for also supporting the channel. We do appreciate you two brothers for supporting the channel. My brother Reginald Jones said 10 toes down. That's a fact, bro. We Bigfoot stomping around here and we standing on American business. We're not tolerating. It's zero tolerance for any disrespect towards Aboriginal FBA brothers. If you off code, there's no toleration for being off code. We have a zero toleration policy.
And your name may mean gap tooth, but we G-check for real on some general stuff. So understand that. This is what they talking about. So fam, they want to play the game. We gonna play the goddamn game.
Subscribe. As I was not too long ago.
Facts.
He was saying as he also was struggling from an identity crisis.
Yep.
And it is definitely an identity crisis, so much so that you don't even know that you're looking for an identity, and all identities are social-political. There's no identity without some social political underpinnings. If not, you would not have a reason to make a new identity.
What if all identities is a social political, then claiming Africa is just a social political. But for what party? For whose game? See, when we create a term that ain't under no political standards, they call it identity crisis. It doesn't play into their hidden agenda. Now, it just caused disruption because y'all have hidden agendas. Y'all want us to identify as something that y'all want to, so y'all can link and have authority and utilize and funnel the money into y'all pockets. Scam Africans.
What the hell is this guy talking about? Now, I know he probably didn't have 15 donuts today. He probably only had 14. All right, so he's crashing out right now. I know he's upset. His stomach is over there growling because he done ate almost all of the box. He had probably about 92% of the box, and he's used to the whole 100. Okay, I understand that. He didn't get the sprinkles on his donut. I under dig, all right? I know he ate the whole turkey on Thanksgiving. Fam, this is that. I done ate all the goddamn turkey. I done ate all the peach cobbler. I done had all the collard greens. You didn't leave no food for nobody. This is what happens, fam. They get upset. They just start saying ignorant things like having an identity is social political. Who? Having an identity is yourself. Having an identity is spiritual. I don't know what world these people come from, y'all. Tell me now. And remember, y'all, these are the people who have identity crisis trying to put that jacket on us. We wholeheartedly reject, and you get checked. Tell us more, Donut Man.
So what I'm saying is,
my sister Dulcie like this. This is a damn dyke. This is a damn stud.
but then you're gonna do all the thing. Well, this is not a organization, and all I just looked at it really easy. Now listen to my dear brother Tariq. I'm gonna say brother, you know what I mean? But I hear him say, well, see, he says the lineage, and you could just say the organization. In fact, there are organizations. There's loose movement.
Hold on, how are you gonna turn the lineage into an organization? This dude is doing a bunch of Dr. Ben babbling pseudo jargon right now.
Say brother, you know what I mean? But I hear him say, well, the lineage. See, he says the lineage, and you could just say the organization. In fact, there are organizations, there's loose movements. The people don't understand. Just because you didn't go downtown and file a 501(c)(3) or didn't go downtown and file it. How many people here have had an organization and never had the money to start it? We got all types of businesses. We didn't have businesses at mama's house. We didn't have businesses everywhere. We didn't made up logos and all this and never filed them, trademarked them, or anything, and they still work.
So you telling me that I work for FBA now? FBA organization. See, this is the most pseudo rhetoric that I've ever heard. And look, these guys ain't going to check this guy for bringing up this bullshit that he just brought up, knowing that it's a bunch of damn lies. They're not even going to challenge. They're just going to sit there and look straight forward like they ain't listening to him. They're not even going to react to what he said. I guarantee it. I have not watched this video, you guys. So we're all watching it live for the first time, unless you watched it on your own time outside of this. But this is my first time reacting to it. So this is all a live reaction, okay? And I'm pretty sure that these two are not going to respond. You can just tell by their facial expression. He's making up shit.
Businesses. You understand? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is this. There's a leader, and his name is Tariq. There's a...
and there is a whale, and he is you. And there's a hippo, and his name is you. There's an elephant, and his name is you. All right, that's what the hell it is since we naming things. Family, this is what we talking about. James Smalls. This is who you did interviews with that you thought you was backtracking. After you do an interview with them people right there, you basically said, you meant everything you said. Don't do an interview with all that and then backtrack. And notice, nobody's checking none of that. They sat back, they allowed it, they watched it, and they let it go on. So if that's the case, and that's how we playing the game, then the game get played the right way. These individuals are out here talking that talk, but they ain't walking that walk. Fam, you got to understand, okay? You're dealing with people right now whose whole ideology is in the trash can. It's all in the trash can. It's over with. There ain't no Pan-Africanism. There's really never been Pan-Africanism. So they're trying to project the ideologies onto us. FBA is a lineage, and I don't give a damn how you feel about it. We gave you one time. We told the world, lineage. Now, you may not understand or comprehend. It may be a little too much for you. You may have too much goddamn.
Right. And when the Aboriginal community came through about 7-8 years ago, what we tell the family? What did we tell y'all? Genealogy is key. Study your lineage and your heritage. And shout out to the FBA brothers. I guess they heard some of these sentiments. And now the lineage has been expressed. Delineation is in effect. Progress and elevation is in forward progress. So shout out to everybody that's in the building that's on code. Shout out to everybody that's checking their lineage, talking to grandma, talking to great grandma, talking to granddaddy, talking to great granddaddy, and getting that knowledge that you need to get, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Also, shout out to my brother Roger W, making it the third person to support today's live stream. Y'all rocking the house out this Grand Rising. Happy Wake and Bake. Let's keep the donations coming in. Let's keep the support coming in. Let's keep the lights rolling in. And most importantly, family, let's keep y'all energy in the chat turning me up, man. We always appreciate the realest chat on YouTube right now. Shout out to the people in the building, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody. Hashtag this when y'all share this delineation. Hashtag Aboriginal Power. Let's keep it
potato salad. But at the end of the day, that's between you and your damn kitchen. Foundationals, we let it be known that this is a lineage heritage culture. Nobody can crowbar us. Fam, listen to how much dude wants to crowbar us. Listen to how much he's trying to crowbar us into an organization. You just can't accept it. And then I got to ask why. Why you care? Why do you care? If these people don't like FBA so much, then how come they talk about FBA all the time? You would think that they would not talk about FBA, right? But it lets you know the FBA is running the damn yard. And Foundational Black American, man, we've been on that type of time. But they ain't done. Remember, y'all, this is the second half of the interview. James Smalls spoke for about 30 minutes prior, and he was trying to backtrack, but he was being real fraudulent. He was throwing rocks and hiding his hand, but we see through everything. That's what you do when you're a regulator. And then these two guys come in, and they mad as hell, y'all. Keep trying to put that leader stuff on us. Keep trying to put that linear stuff. Fam, I don't care if you call us CIA or FBI. If you follow up and then you allude to all the things that the FBI and the CIA do. These individuals are trying to put that jacket on us. And apparently with this guy, your jacket got to be the size of a small county, okay? But he don't know that. Watch this.
Philosophy or an ideology, and it is Nasheedism. And the organization has always been supplanted with the word delineation. The delineation.
Man, he in here trying to preach like he a goddamn Baba Elijah pastor. He got this colorful jacket of Job. What's that? Whose jacket in the Bible had all them colors? He had a jacket of many colors. Job looking at
my delineation. Is it delineation?
It's delineation. Delineation.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that fit.
What am I saying?
Y'all don't even know the damn word right. I'm glad she corrected him because he in here just talking, babbling like he knows some shit, and he totally incorrect with a bunch of this pseudo nonsense. See, they don't even know the word delineation because they're not actively practicing it. It's obvious.
Delineation. The delineation has always been supplanted with the word delineation. The delineation, my delineation. Hold on, is it delineation?
It's delineation. Delineation.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that fit.
What am I saying? I'm saying he changes the word. What do he call them? He calls them the delineator, something like that. He calls them a lineage.
What? This dude can't even talk. He calls them the linears. What the hell is this dude talking about, y'all? What the hell is this dude talking about, family?
You said the delinears. That is sick. And think about it. It'd be a lot of these older niggas. See, it's a difference between an elder and an older nigga. An elder is going to give you wisdom, give you guidance, give you some free game, and you can go to him when you need some advice. An older nigga is just an old nigga that's in the way, for real. You just an old nigga that's in the way.
This dude is running his damn mouth, man. You see what I'm talking about? You see what we saying out here? These dudes don't know what they talking about. They don't know where they going. They running their damn mouth. We out here for real, holding it down. And these folks is out here crashing out in real time. Dude talking about some goddamn, they what the linears? They call themselves the he can't even speak. Fam, if you can't even say that, then you can't talk to us. However, let me bring up a caveat to the fam because, it's so real in the field. Family, check this out, right? Let me tell y'all what's been going on. Remember last week, fam? We did that massive broadcast and the numbers was all over the place. Y'all been seeing it, right? You get all these likes and then they go up, then they go down. Let me tell you through my investigation what I found out. We had a hell of a lot of people that was coming through the broadcast, fam. A hell of a lot of people. Now, if you understand the way it works, fam, there's something called external links. Shows you where people seen the video. Typically, people who watch are y'all who are tapped in through YouTube. And then y'all end up checking out the show, right? Do you know on the broadcast we had when we told everybody that they was watching us? I went and looked at the analytics because the numbers were so crazy. Do y'all know 69.7 of the views came from external links, which means people were tapping in from I don't know where, y'all. I don't know where. Put it this way, you very rarely even get that to register at 1 or 2%. We were at 70 the other day. So do you see why the numbers were so crazy? Do you see why it was all over the damn place? Because people be sitting here, they be watching. People be listening, and folks be focused on what we're saying. They in here right now. They in here right now when they listening. And all of these people, I'm talking about the scam Africans. I'm talking about the tethers. I'm talking about the mops. I'm talking about the dominant society. Everybody. Yes, fam. It was 67% of the views came from external links. So who could it be? The White House? Huh? The CIA? Huh? Who knows, right? We gonna get all the way with it. But let me know, fam, I'm a showman. So when you're watching, I put on the show. It might not be what you want to hear, though, because we regulate full speed. And how do you know that these people be listening I think Mr. Porkchop man right there might even been listening. Yeah, I think Mr. Porkchop was listening. Because I'm going to tell y'all something that I think y'all going to catch that Mr. Porkchop says. Mr. Porkchop says something very, very familiar. Y'all watch this.
Lineage. He uses the word lineage instead of my organization. He was like, all right, everybody in the lineage, all the lineage. And just implant that with organization. All people that are part of the organization called FBA. I don't care if you follow it downtown. It's a ideology. It has to nasheed an ideology, and you are acting out his thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So, brother, it's definitely an identity crisis. So that means you have a lot more work to do.
Yeah, right.
An identity crisis when you sitting here thinking that all of us gonna be from Africa. We ain't done. Furthermore, watch this.
I get it. You're a leader. You deny leader because you say he's not a leader. I'm sorry. The problem is at least you can't argue he's a thought leader for the very frame that you call FBA. And I personally would never, ever. I mean, maybe I haven't considered and rolled around in my mind FBA, but I would not call myself an FBA, at least not at this time, with all that ideological underpinnings of Nasheedism. And Nasheed, I feel for him too.
They just making stuff up now. They just making stuff up. Fine. I want y'all to notice that when we say tether, they say, how could you call us tether? That's so mean. They talking about Nasheedism. Y'all hear this, fam? They don't.
First of all, a tether is a foreigner. If you're an American, sir, and from America, you will be considered a bootlicking coon. We cannot give you the pleasure of calling you a tether.
Play. This is why we be regulating, y'all. This is why we be on business, fam. Right now is the best time to get your regulate on. Get your regulate on. I need all, fam. I don't give a damn if that hairline is 4 centimeters backwards. Regulate. If that damn forehead is 3 circumferences too big, regulate. If you smell somebody before you see them, regulate. They ask for it, and as you ask, you shall receive. Because notice, fam, they want to say all these things about us, but then they get mad when we start calling them out. Ain't no damn op, foreigner, tether, want to be, gonna penetrate our spaces.
He's my brother, but he's sick. And his sickness is being carried out in every troll in this chat. And they say, some people say, where did they get it from? You get it from him because I can't even listen to the brother. But someone sent me a video the other day, and I watched the video.
Listen. Somebody sent him a video the other day, and he watched the video. Watch, y'all. Listen very carefully.
And I heard where they get their idiotic talking points from. I hear where they get their misinformation from. But I understand that we need somebody to represent us that we say is not the leader. We even like that because we've been so hurt we don't want leadership. We've been so hurt we don't need no leader. Because we've been so hurt that look, anyway, I'm going to just stop there, Doc. But what I want to say is, as a person who really studies our mental,
as a person who needs to get on a treadmill, yeah, ASAP, yeah. Fam, everything he's saying about us applies to him. All right, y'all hurt, y'all don't get it. That's really about them, family. Now watch this. Watch.
Health, and Doc, we're going to be talking to you, and hopefully get Brother Unc to jump on the plane because we're going to be doing a series of panel discussions and workshops talking about the state of the black mind, because this is evident. The black mind, I think somewhere along the line, Brother Unc and Dr. Mayat, that we believe we started gaining traction in our conscious circles, and people started to love themselves more.
What?
But FBA, as it relates to the tenets that I see a lot of them endorsing and the behaviors that they carry out as a result, need healing. Our community needs healing. And
you need Ozempic, and you need it right damn now. How about that one? Fam, we don't need nothing other than being our damn self. We don't need to be running around here talking about no damn healing. Listen to these Pan-Africans. Y'all notice Pan-Africans talk all that talk about blackness, but they the most defeated Negroes you ever seen? Listen to them, fam. All they do is talk about how bad it is. Oh, it's bad. We're terrible. We need help. Healing. You need it. You need it because you out here trying to get me to believe that parachute you wearing is an actual kente cloth. All right? That's what you need help with, fam. You living in a whole nother state of delusion. It ain't working for you. And I know that you've been sitting here listening to Foundational Black America, including Certified 100, because you say things that we always say, but just like delineation, you can't get it out right.
We got to get back to this black is beautiful, black, all that black talk.
What? What? Did he just mess up what I say all the time? Could he not even get it right? Am I not Foundational Black America rider? Do we not say black is beautiful and beautiful is always black? What the hell was that? Donut man, what the hell was that? Pork chop? Pork chop butchered all of that. The black, we need the black and the wood. You gotta get back to the thing that it is. Yeah, you be listening. Yeah, you be listening. Fam, listen to him just butcher it. Can't even get it out right.
Man, they just sitting here making up shit at this particular point. Like, hold on, we're gonna listen to some more because it's another one that pop up on her. It's another idiot that pop up on her. The actual dummy himself, the sellout nigga himself pop up. James Small himself pop up. Let's listen.
Ancient, come on. What we talking about? Because my ancient is right here in America. So you better not put that on us. You better own it, bruh.
America, that's not my race. That is a geopolitical place. Africa is my race. That's my grandmother, my grandfather, my ancient culture, my ancestors. So I'm trying to explain that, and I thought I was doing it in a fairly decent way in that piece with the interview with the young man from Kenya. Are they angry because
you thought that you did it in a peaceful way by
calling somebody an agent and disrespecting the lineage of Aboriginals and FBAs here? Are you dumb fool?
Suggesting that we are federal agents? That fam, you really think that? This is what he think, fam. They don't do nothing wrong in their head, y'all. They don't do anything wrong. He's literally sitting here saying, I thought I did good. By what? Saying that we are CIA? Nah, bro, that ain't a good look.
Yeah. Are they angry because I did an interview with a young man from Kenya? I do an interview with anybody who I think is decent that asks me to do one, okay? And I don't get paid. I don't have a podcast. All those James Small video you see on the internet, I don't get 1 penny off of one of them. Whoever's putting up those videos, I've never put a video of my own on the internet ever. Brother Ankh put together almost 4 or 5 years ago a YouTube TV channel for me. I've never used it. I think one program I did some years ago with, or maybe 2 men.
Don't get paid, but damn sure ask for money. Fam, what's this pattern of Pan-Africans who always ask for donations from us? Shouldn't Africa be fitting the bill? Do you know how many things they would build if they just asked for donations from Africa? Why don't you go right now to Africa, get on the news and be like, hey, Africa, give me some damn money. How about that one? Fam, Africa is so big with their 54 countries, they shouldn't need $1 from Black Americans. They should have all the damn money. So you got to question what it's really hitting for.
So this whole attack thing, they're even making a thing of my taking trips to Africa.
Oh, we go back, Professor. We go.
Stop. Family, listen to that. This attack, no one attacked you. We responded. Remember, you said it first, James. James, you came out first. You came out first. And look at these dudes over. Look at these dudes' faces, y'all. Look at these angry ass Pan-Africans. Look at these haters drinking all that goddamn haterade. You better put that damn haterade down. Look at that, fam. Ain't nobody running around here talking about this attack. Ain't nobody attack you. What's more the attack? Us calling out your disrespectful words, or you talking about we could be CIA and FBI? Come on now. Oh, that ain't gonna get glazed over now, James. We gonna talk it how it is. We gonna live it what it does. Let's keep it all the way real. We ain't playing that game. Hold on. Wait a minute. Family, certifieds, freeze. Freeze. Y'all look at the chat numbers. Y'all look at the chat right now. What are y'all seeing in the chat? What are y'all seeing in the chat? Right now, I'm getting 3.4 thousand. There's not 3.4 thousand people in here, y'all. Y'all looking at it. Tell me y'all seeing what I'm seeing right now. Tell me. I told y'all just 5 minutes ago. Them external links, y'all. I'll post the link to the external links. Y'all see? Look at the numbers in the chat. That is not the numbers right now. That is no. That's not the numbers, fam. Those are people watching from outside, from social media or shadow accounts. Watch that, fam. It's doing it again. Doing it again, fam. We got almost 2,000 people in here. We were at about, before they start jumping, we were at about 1.7, I think it was. And it jumped to 2.9. They're doing it, fam. I'm telling you. This is how they play the game. Blackity black, the beautiful black, the lineation, the nation of collation. Fam, they listening. Enjoy it though, fam. Enjoy it. I told y'all they did the same thing to us on our groundbreaking show the other day. Let me tell you how the algorithm works. Whenever it starts doing all of this, people are jumping in from outside sources and it's throwing the algorithm a loop. Okay? Anytime this happens, that means that these individuals are listening. You only really see this with me and Tariq. You don't really see this with anybody else. All right? Understand that, fam. They do the same thing to Tariq's videos. This is what I'm talking about. I don't know how many people are in here, but I'm telling you, somebody is clicking into that damn algorithm, watching from outside sources, and it's throwing everything off. We are consistently getting watched and being surveillance because we are the talk of the town. So let me tell everybody out there, all the external links, okay? What up, though? All right, this certified. Frame it real good for you. We are 1-on-1. My sisters are 1-on-1. My brothers are 1-on-1. I'm glad that you in here spying. Put the binoculars down and the telescopes and just watch us real clear. This thing saying 8,000, fam. They in here watching us, okay? But that's good because I'm the number one activist. I love putting on the show. We ain't done. Let's cook. We gonna cook anymore. Fam, everybody, hit the like button. Share this all the way out there, fam. How in the world can I say 5 minutes ago that they was watching us and gave you all the receipts on why they do it, and then it happens 5 minutes after I say it? You gotta love being FBA. This is a good thing. This is a good thing because that means, fam, we've been signal boosted. Let's go. We ain't done. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all document everything, screenshot everything, fam, and they let you know these individuals got us in the scope. And what I always tell people, all eyes on FBA. Let's rock.
We're gonna be glad.
Hey,
I want
yeah,
we gotta slow down. Slow down, Professor. We're gonna get
I
there.
want to get let me be clear. I didn't come on today to get in no contention.
No. I know. We know, Professor.
Right. Well, I did, but I just wait till you.
People.
Hold on. Yeah,
I wait till you leave. Hey, sometimes the warrior spirit got to be there. I won't do it with you because I respect you, but I got this from you. Don't hate me. Hate the game. I got it from you.
Cool. Then don't hate us, hate the game. And let me tell you what our game is. Our game is being certified, built in America, indigenous people, the people that everybody wants to come over here and act like, be like, the ones that everyone wants to witness the realest, the ones that got all these damn thousands of people listening on external links so they can view what Black Alpha and the Certified 100 is talking about. Yeah. So that's our game. What's your game? What's your game, huh? Failed homelands, gap teeth, pork chops, all the damn Thanksgiving dinner to you in your kitchen. What is it? Remember that, family. They watching us. Enjoy it. There used to be a time when Black folks like, oh, don't rock that boat. F that. The damn boat done got flipped over because we ain't in no damn boat. We out here riding. Top, drop, back. Let's go, y'all.
I watched you talk about how, well, Dr. Ben is a little bit too nice. I don't come to be nice. So I'm coming to that spirit. 20 years ago when I met you. And I seen how you did what you did. And I understand the whole situation. So go ahead.
Hold on. Yeah, hold tight. So after that,
let me just say, sister, one thing about Tariq. I have no personal beef with Brother Tariq. I made a criticism about a behavior.
I know you don't.
I know you don't.
Yeah, I know you don't. We know you don't.
We know you don't. And that's why we here, though.
The young man, but cannot understand.
Listen to that, fam. He said, I don't have no personal beef with Tariq, and dude over there said, that's why we here. You here for what? You here for what? To what? Ride? Because you ain't going to do that. To stand on 10? You ain't going to do that. You can't even stand on 2. What you mean?
Listen, it's just showing that this dude is doing this shit for the money. He's only attacking the delineation movement because it's literally messing up his money. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. If y'all don't believe what I'm saying, listen to what James Smalls have said out of his own damn mouth. I want y'all to listen to what he says out of his own damn mouth, family. Okay? I need y'all to listen to this very clear. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Talk about economic politics and all of that's in the video. But somebody took that little 2 minutes. This isn't the first time it was done. This time it happened to be done by a young brother who I know, who's a spokesperson in the community of Foundation of Black America. He told me he put it out there a few weeks ago, but he said he didn't mean no malice by it. By then I was already pissed off. But it had surfaced 4 years ago when I'm sitting, the same clip. I'm sitting in Ghana trying to negotiate an $800,000 buy-in to our hotel, right? When somebody circulated that clip that morning. The buyer walked out and said they would never have anything to do with me.
Did y'all hear that?
I'm sitting in Ghana trying to negotiate an $800,000 buy-in to our hotel.
He's trying to negotiate an $800,000 buy-in to his hotel with an African, and somebody sends the African the clip of James Smalls going in on Africans. Do y'all hear what I'm saying, family? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? So the African got sent the clip of James Smalls going in on Africans, right? And this is what James Smalls had to say in that clip. This is what canceled them to do.
You are always in Africa. You got the African Day Parade. You don't see the Africans. You got the festival that be going on in Brooklyn, the band festival, the African festivals. Where's the Africans at? We doing our rallies and our marches. Where's the Africans at on your side? Talk to us really about that, man.
See, let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth that's printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've.
You hear that? He's going in on Africans. He's going in right now. I'm going to play the entire video, but this video is what got the $800,000 buy deal, the deal canceled. Listen to him. This is how James Smalls used to speak until money got involved. Now he's going against his own people for money. Listen to him.
That you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language. They know less about their history than you and I do. You've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite.
See, that's what you get for being a double speaker.
Sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do.
I ain't got no respect for no older nigga. The olders don't get respect. The elders get respect. Not no older. It's a difference between the older nigga, the olders, and the elders. James Smalls has became an older.
An African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here.
Damn, he just said that the Africans are dumb, deaf, and stupid. They don't know shit about themselves. And we know way more about us and them than they know about their goddamn self. I'm still RBG. RBG is some American shit, bro. Standing on American business. RBG is like FBA. Foundational Black Americans, Revolutionary Black Gangsters. Same shit.
Here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings. And then because they speak language, try to play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have. The most culturally enforced African in the world is the African American.
Damn. Say it again, James Small.
Coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings, and then because they speak a language, try to make you play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have. The most culturally enforced African in the world is the African American. Most of the movements that have changed the world, that allow all ethnic nations to profit, has been our movement. And so we get peed on and played down because these people are so punked out and scared of the white man that they feel because they're scared of the white man, they got to be against us.
Are they our people, brother, or are we our own people now?
No, we got to understand two things. We have a race and then we have an ethnic place. Ethnically, we African Americans. Just like a guy from Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Mali, Africa. He can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or some, that's his ethnic. But there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or some, that's his ethnic nation. Racially, we are together, but economically, we may well be enemies, and we have to be clear on that. That our economically, we may well be enemies, and we have to be clear on that. Actually, we are together, but economically, we may well be enemies, and we have to be clear on that. That our economic enemy is just that. And if you deal with your economic enemy,
Small. So you've been knowing that these people are your economic enemy, but yet you go over there trying to cash out on the deal with the enemy. You trying to cash out on the deal because of some and now your deal got canceled because they heard you say some shit, and now you're trying to double up and say some different shit. So how the fuck is we African Americans if it ain't no such thing as an African? James Smalls, you just double spoke within that same conversation. You say ain't no such thing as no Africans. Either you Nigerian, Ghanaian, you know what I mean? Whatever you just said. But nigga, how can you say we African Americans? Pack him up. Listen to him.
Africanism, I talk about nationalism, I talk about economic politics, and all of that's in the video. Somebody took that little 2 minutes. This isn't the first time it was done. This time it happened to be done by a young brother who I know, who's a spokesperson in the community of Foundation of Black America. He told me he put it out there a few weeks ago, but he said he didn't mean no malice by it. By then I was already pissed off. But it had surfaced 4 years ago when I'm sitting, the same clip, I'm sitting in Ghana trying to negotiate an $800,000 buy-in to our hotel, right? When somebody circulated that clip that morning.
And that canceled your deal out.
The buyer walked out and said they would never have anything to do with me ever again.
Well, you already knew that was a possibility, James Smalls. Like you told us, they are our economic enemy. So why go back on your own words, brother? You don't even practice what you preach, nigga.
And pull his $800,000 off the table. So I go like, who did that clip? So this time it surfaced the day before the government of Ghana was giving me their highest award for tourism. And I go like, this don't look right. One time it happened. Now it's happening again. And then when I saw the banner on the bottom where it came from, I responded to that banner. They know why I responded to that banner. They know who circulated that clip. Now, if they didn't mean no malice, I could accept that. But it's happening only when I'm about to have something going on in Africa. And I go like, wow, that looks like COINTELPRO to me. I didn't know who it came from.
Man, didn't nobody know you had a deal with some Africans, a private deal that y'all privately scheduled to negotiate a contract deal? We didn't know about that. You just double talk and you contradict yourself. And now in your 80s, your words is catching up to you. Your words is catching up to you, James Smalls. It ain't us that made you talk like this. It ain't us that made you think like this, James Smalls. You started thinking like this on your own. You started thinking like this on your own, James. Let's finish letting you listen to his older self talk to his his younger self talk to his older self. Let's let young James Smalls talk to older James Smalls. Maybe you can get your point across better than we can.
Just like a guy in Africa, he can say he's African, but there's no country called African. He's either Nigerian, Ghanaian, Malian, or something. That's his ethnic nation. Racially, we are together, but economically, we may well be enemies. And we have to be clear on that, that our economic enemy is just that. And if you deal with your economic enemy like it's your friend, you're going to be the loser at the end of the day. Now, we raised the question of Pan-Africanism in this hemisphere.
If you deal with your economic enemy, you're going to be a loser at the end of the day, James Smalls. Damn! Didn't that come back to bite you in your ass? You try to negotiate a deal to get a win on an $800,000 contract, and guess who turned out to be the loser? You did. Why? Because you was trying to do business with your economic enemy. Talk to yourself, James Smalls.
Just that. And if you deal with your economic enemy like it's your friend, you're going to be the loser at the end of the day. Now, we raised the question of Pan-Africanism in this hemisphere. You know, we had the brothers from Trinidad, and then you had W. Du Bois, and we created this phenomena. But Africa has never created a Pan-African movement. You understand?
Right. So why think that they're gonna get involved with your movement? You keep asking them. They have never been involved with anything collective. So why think that they're gonna get down today, James Smalls?
This phenomena. But after the brothers from Trinidad, and then you had W.B. Du Bois, and we created this phenomena. But Africa has never created a Pan-African movement. You understand? Africa has never really supported a Pan-African movement. We had a couple of people in Nkrumah and Julius Nyerere and Mugabe, but most of Africa never gave a damn about a Pan-Africanism because they're still bogged down in the colonial slavery of European Judeo-Christian indoctrination, which is worse than anything that we've suffered. Worse than anything that we've suffered. The illusion of the clothes and the language make us think we're dealing with somebody that has some African purity culturally inspired.
He said they trick us. He said we think that we're dealing with raw and righteous Africans, but they're not.
Spiritually, you're dealing with a confused, backwards Christian.
You're dealing with a confused, backward Christian when you're dealing with an African. This is what he's telling us.
African.
Listen to him.
Anything that we've suffered. Worse than anything that we've suffered. The illusion of the clothes and the language make us think we're dealing with somebody that has some African purity culturally and spiritually. You're dealing with a confused, backwards Christian that love Europe more than they love their own ancestors. They would not even use.
He said Africans love Europeans more than they love their own ancestors.
African purity culturally and spiritually. You're dealing with a confused, backwards Christian that love Europe more than they love their own ancestors. They would not even use an African word for God. You know, in Ghana, if you...
And listen, he's talking about Ghana. And guess where your contract deal was at? In Ghana, with a Ghanaian. Trying to do a contract deal that you failed on. So let's finish listening to James Smalls tell us why he's an agent. The only reason he's going against his own people, family, the only reason James Smalls is going against his own people is because he's doing it for the money. This conversation about delineation, gatekeeping our culture, is fucking up the church's money. It's fucking up in this particular case, it's fucking up the hotel's money. James Smalls Hotel that's in Ghana. He already told you our conversation that we have and that he have caused the $800,000 contract to be canceled. Support the channel, y'all. Make sure y'all support the channel. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got TYT Media in the building. Talk Media. Mr. Greedy Vegan in the building himself. Turn up one time for your motherfucking nephew. Shout out to Greedy Vegan in the building. Shout out to everybody else in the building. Copper Miss Parker, Steve Wilkins, Jai Young, Tojo, YK, Diamonds. Man, we got the whole squad in here. QA, Diamond Girls, the General, Enemy Bashir, Tribe up, man. We got the whole squad in here, man. Y'all turn me up. Drop a fire emoji if my audio is good, and make sure y'all support the channel that supports the movement. This channel is not monetized, so all donation is appreciated. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building.
Oh yeah, I know.
Myself constantly when I do certain things are happening. Now, let me give some background because most of the young people don't know who I am. First of all, this professor shit, don't get it confused. And I'm not going to be harsh, but I just want don't get it confused. I don't have a master's degree. I don't have a PhD degree except 2 honorary PhD that Black universities gave me. All right. I'm a professor legally because I taught a professor's load as an adjunct in a Black Studies department that I helped to found, create, and write the curricula for. The biggest in the country at City University.
Teach.
Okay? And so they can understand I don't come from the system. When I left that system, I didn't walk away with a penny retirement because they wouldn't let me buy into their system because I fought the system. All right. So people need to understand clearly. They don't even have a clue who I am. One brother said, well, I never saw him in California. Well, he needs to call Orange County 77th Precinct and find out why me and Malcolm's sister was beaten down, thrown in ditches, thrown in jail in 1970 when he was crawling around not knowing how to even say black. Or the same brother said, well, he wasn't in Chicago. I never seen him. Well, I think I helped to put together at least 2 conferences in Chicago on reparations. Testified twice before the Chicago City Council to produce the ordinance that Dorothy Tillman had produced that made every corporation in Chicago told where they got their parent money from, which was slavery, before they could do business in Chicago. So he needs to check his little record and check his history. So I just want to let people know I got background. I come out of a movement. Now, whether I even if I didn't,
you come from a movement of a bunch of sellout coons and a bunch of snitches. You feel what I'm saying? A bunch of agents. You know, when we get into your whole debris from circulum vitae, which we're going to bring up, which is all your records, we're going to show your connections to the University of Baltimore, and more particularly your connections between the Columbia University. Columbia University, which was directly funded by the CIA and all their African studies, Africana studies, and African society movements hidden earlier through the early anthropology movement in class in Columbia University, which is where it was first introduced that. We can prove that those places were funded by the CIA, and you have a huge connection to that.
Explain what I tried to explain clearly enough. There's some people who know me well enough to know damn well what I meant.
Sure.
They knew exactly what I meant. And then maybe some young people got confused because they only saw these clips and think, oh, wow, this guy is doing that. But I just want to tell those young people, I love you. I spent my whole life prepared to die for you.
65 years.
FBA,
65 years.
Foundation of Black American, African American. I've always been a soldier. I've never led any organization except the mosque. I've been a soldier and didn't mind soldiering on other people. Most of my leaders were women. And I soldiered under them with respect. And I've never backed away. You know, I'm married to the same sister for 54 years. I've raised all my children in the Black community. All of them are servicing their community. Every one. If I saw one of them that I thought was not giving service to African American people or African people, they would have the same issue with me anybody else would have.
Okay.
But my whole point for coming on to this is let my young people know I am not your enemy. I am not against you. I would die before I fight against you.
That's bullshit, because you literally went on an African channel and disrespected our people, bro. You're not going to tell us that you had a good interview and that you was just trying to be nice. You thought it was going to be a good turnout. You feel what I'm saying? When you went on there and calling us this whole shit of agent, anybody going to that Pan-African. That's bullshit. Y'all hit that like button, family. Let's get these likes up. Put me in the algorithm. I need y'all to do that for me. Put me in the algorithm, family. Salute to everybody that's in the building, though. I do appreciate everybody for tapping in. Drop a fire emoji if you're enjoying the live stream and that you can see and hear everything pretty clear. Okay? I need y'all to run them likes up, though. We really got to get these likes up, family. 67 likes, 106 people in here, man. We missing like 40-something likes. I know it ain't 47 tethers and haters in here.
Always. And it's always an honor, Professor, to hear you speak. And that's why I was very, I was very saddened by the stuff that I saw online. And I want to start right here, Professor, with this, because I really want us to, you to provide some context to the stuff that we're seeing. There was a video, you were interviewed on a podcaster's platform, and a clip of you was taken, and then the headline became, Tariq Nasheed is a CIA agent, and FBA equals CIA operation. Could you please tell us?
Right. Talk about how you try to say that. Now make that make sense. Shout out to my brother Tojo for supporting the channel. He said, keep on pushing, soldier. You already know, comrade. We got a whole mission to do. Shout out to my brother Roger W for supporting the channel as well. Shout out to Roger W and big brother Tojo for just now supporting the channel. We do appreciate the damn love and the damn support from the real riders, man. That's what means a lot. Getting the real ones to hit the like button, sharing it on their social media, that means a lot. Getting the real ones to tap in and support the channel, sending in their donations, whatever amount it is, it's all appreciated, and it all goes to the channel and the contributions to make it motivation to keep putting out this fire content. You feel what I'm saying? Also, man, we got the face-off going down today with Dulcinea and Lucky Guzman. Their face-off is going down today. So you got Lucky Guzman versus Dulcinea going down today, man. It's going to be one of those ones. It's going to be a fire debate. So make sure y'all tap in with the tap in when they get to that, man. So make sure y'all be there. Don't be square. You feel me? Shout out to everybody that is in the building. Like I said, drop those fire emojis. Let's run them likes up. Let's get 100 likes. That's going to put us in an algorithm. Can we get 100 likes, family? Can we hit 100 likes? That's going to put us in the algorithm if we can hit 100 likes right here on this live stream, family. That's going to put us in the algorithm if y'all can get us if y'all can give us 100 likes. We'll really appreciate that. All right, let's get back into some more of this content.
It's taken, and then the headline became, Tariq Nasheed is a CIA agent, and FBA equals CIA operation. Could you please tell us what was going on, Professor James Small, on that platform, and what you were trying to convey that people did not get when they watched the video?
Yeah, and that's why I put the video back up. I hope that people who are going off watch the whole video. I put it on Facebook a couple of times. Watch the video. Mm-hmm. There was one segment, really about 2 sentences or 3 sentences, where I'm saying the government of the United States, and this is a fact, and its foreign policy as regards African Americans and African continental should never be allowed to unite economically, politically, and culturally. That is
a half truth. Notice, y'all, they never tell you the full side of that. They never tell you the full side of that. Oh, Black, I'm shut that down. Oh, I'm sorry. It's good being number one. It's good being number one, family. Notice that they'll always say they don't want Africa and Black Americans to connect. You know what else? Since everybody wants to talk about the FBI and the CIA, and notice, fam, it don't be us talking that talk. It's always them. Who are the ones who insert FBI and CIA into our discourse? It's always the Pan-Africans. It almost makes it look like y'all are purposely trying to make the block hot. It almost looks like they're trying to snitch. Don't it, fam? It almost seems like the fact that they always are bringing up and conjuring up the CIA with us, and we never bring that up. Fam, what do we talk about? Delineation, reparations. That's all. That's all we talk about. It's always the Pan-Africans who are out here running their mouth talking about the CIA, the hate group. Y'all are. It's always them. It's almost as if y'all doing that on purpose. FBA's focused on money. You talking about the authorities. We talking about dollar bills. You talking about the feds. So either you working with them or your ideology is so down bad that you are trying to use them to stop us. I believe right now that Pan-Africans are willing to collaborate with the dominant society to stop the delineation movement because they want their donation money from us that bad. I said it, family. I truly believe that Pan-Africans will cut a deal with the dominant society if that means they can stop our lineage-based foundational Black American culture and our delineation movement. What do y'all think, fam? Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think if the dominant society right now went to a Pan-African, I'm talking all them Pan-Africans, talking the pork chop guy, the Gap guy, James Smalls, Cool Bar, all of them. Do you think if the dominant society went to them and said, hey, I know you need donations from FBA. I know your whole ideology is rooted in them. Let's cut a deal. Do you think the Pan-Africans would take it? Oh, y'all already saying, yeah, boy, I ain't even get it all the way out yet. Yep, that part. There you go, fam. They would take the deal. And I'm be honest with you, fam, I'm believing that's happening because think about it, y'all. You go on TikTok, tethers are always mentioning us with the feds. We don't talk about them in the feds. Pan-Africans.
Yeah, but a lot of them are connected with the feds. A lot of them even have diplomatic immunity because they're agents and traders of their own nation for the most part. So you got to deal with a lot of these people being diplomats, family members of diplomats, traders, people over here under hidden contractual bonds for trade, giving out information from espionage. No, I haven't spoke with the brother Black Alpha yet. I just be so busy. I know he drops the open line and does the Twitter and TikTok. I just haven't had a chance to go over there and rock the house out yet, man. You know, I be so busy with what I'm doing, but I do love his content and what he bringing, his energy. Shout out to Black Alpha. They doing their thing, man. And shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Y'all know we used to be rocking the house before they took my channel, and I'm just now trying to get back into the algorithm with my channel, just now get my channel back after 3 years. So I'm still unverified right now. I'm still under community guideline strikes and copyright strikes and all kind of shit right now. So, and demonetized, by the way. So, you know what I mean? So we just trying to get through the kinks and then eventually get our way back in the algorithm. And the way we're going to do that is by letting y'all hit that like button. We need y'all to smack that like button, family. All right? We do need the real ones in the building to smack that like button. Get us up to 100, family. Turn me up. I know y'all can do it. I got faith in it. You know what I'm saying? All we need is like 8 to 10 more likes and we'll be at 100 likes. I won't even complain. You understand me? Let's get it going, though. Let's keep it going.
They're talking about us and the feds, fam. They have 24-hour spaces on TikTok and on Twitter, and it's always talking about FBA and FBI. It's always talking about FBA and CIA. We ain't bringing that up. Who's inserting that type of rhetoric into the conversation? We talk about you don't wear deodorant. You calling us the Fed. We out here talking about you got a big ass forehead. You calling us the Fed. Fam, it's the difference between the feds and a big forehead. Okay? We talking about a forehead. You talking about the Fed. There's a big difference. So I'm starting to see now that a lot of that is contrived and it's made up. And it's for them to create an environment and to create an atmosphere. And once the atmosphere is created, now they have means to attack and work on that. This is how they come. But let me take that back double time. When you see people who are Pan-Africans and tethers and they start saying that type of stuff, fam, that is only to set the narrative to when now they can go and do something about it. So we keeping an eye on all of that. And on top of us keeping an eye on that, they also don't tell you that when they talk about America and Africans connecting, they always leave out the part about the Black Messiah. And they talk about the Black Messiah in America. The United States government does not want Black Americans to unite with each other. Fam, think of all the things they've done to get us to not unite with each other. Where you want to go with it? You want to talk about that powder that was placed into the community? You want to talk about them tools that were placed into the community? You want to talk about all of the things that go on when we go to places and we got these foreign nurses? You want to talk about that? The record of keeping FBA separate from FBA far overwrites trying to keep FBA from Africa. Hell yeah. So they keep talking about, do you know in 1952, they wrote a law that said we got to keep the African away from the Black American?
Man, that's some bullshit. They be on there with a bunch of pseudo shit. You notice they ain't pull up one source, Black Alpha. They didn't pull up one source, fam. These Africans I've been dealing with, I've been debated the best of them. They pseudo and they're liars. They all push a bunch of Mason, Freemason order, Christian, CIA-funded Bucci cat boys. All their founding fathers to the Pan-African movements all sat on the laps of white Christian pastors. Every one of their master teachers and forefathers. And it trickles down. You can just follow the paper trail, follow the conversation, the repatriation, the red, black, and green, the anthropology, studying the African culture. That's all funded by the CIA, man. And then it was earlier funded by the Freemason orders and lodges and shit like that. So you get people like Prince Hall connected with George Washington. You feel me? A lot of these Pan-African forefathers were sitting on the laps of white Christians, man. Pan-Africanism is one of the biggest failures for our peoples as an ideology. It's a failed ideology. It doesn't have a plan. That's why our plan of getting on code and our movement of delineation is a more powerful movement, because it sets a precedent by protecting the infrastructure. It protects the integrity. It protects our culture without giving room for people to co-opt it, sneak in, and undermine it. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Drop those fire emojis in the chat, man. Support the channel. Let's get back into some more of this content. I got some shit to get into.
What about all the damn things they did to stop the Americans?
We got more to get into.
American. We're all living testimonies of it, y'all. So I don't want to hear this thing about they want to keep us separated from Africa when they try to keep us separated from ourselves every day. What happened to Malcolm here in America? What happened to Martin here in America? What happened to Huey here in America? It's time to fight back. That's what Huey said. 2 shots in the dark. Now Huey's dead. That wasn't to stop Huey from connecting to Ghana. That was to stop Huey from connecting to us. And we all American. Talk that separate from Africa stuff if you ain't talking that separate from Black America stuff. Now it's crazy that this man is way older than me, but I'm seeing through all the lies that he's saying. And I only have the obligation to keep it real. Y'all know that's all I do. Proceed. Watch even furthermore, y'all. These people are going down that line saying more lies.
It's the policy towards Africa of the United States of America. The big new Brzezinski under Jimmy Carter put it in writing. There was this other piece called Something 2000. They put it in writing a few years before that. Henry Kissinger put it in.
Something 2000. He ain't got the beginning name of it. It's called Something 25, Something 29, Something and a half. What the hell is this something?
Practiced for almost 2 decades. And so my point was, I grew up in the 60s. I watched Fred Hampton killed 2 weeks after he was here with us in New York by somebody who walked at his side as a friend, comrade, and security specialist, all right, who was one of us that was a collaborator with the enemy. I saw Malcolm X. I didn't see Malcolm. I was overseas when Malcolm X got killed. Malcolm, as smart as he was, did not see Gene Roberts, did not see Ray Jones, the CIA man. That's one in the black suit standing over his body. Ray Jones is the cop from NYPD boss, nor the one Matthews or whatever his name who gave a deathbed confession. He had 5 or 6 on his security duty. He didn't see them. So the point I was making, when we behave in a way where we are creating division between African peoples anywhere in the world, we're playing in the hands of the U.S. Department. And
what about when Africans divide each other from other Africans?
What about when you was already grew up with an understanding that we was different than Africans, and that niggas that was on this pro-African shit looked at you claiming your real indigenous heritage was a cop-out. Nigga, not claiming your indigenous heritage is a cop-out. James Smalls, you just one of the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen, man.
Is that the U.S. State Department, James? James, let's keep it a bean, James. Come on now. Don't tell me about if we're divisive towards Africans, we're working for the CIA, then wouldn't that apply to all Africa? How about right now, where they're breaking down homes, unaliving people, and wrapping tires around them and setting it on fire in Africa? Does that apply to them? Here we go again, telling FBA our problems with division, but Africa's divided amongst Africa. So if Africa is divided amongst Africa, how come you are talking about America? There you go again. Family, it's another time where they're talking about America when they need to be talking about Africa. And here's the thing. You hear these interviews, and they go on for a long time, and they run their mouth. Fam, out of all the stuff that we just sat here and played, have you heard any critique of Africa yet? I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Fam, Africa's got a hell of a lot of problems. Do you think that Africa has these issues, or do you think they don't have these issues and they just not seeing it? because I'm really, really curious how they're not talking about Africa. I ain't heard one damn thing about Africa yet, fam. Fam, if you sat here and you talked about all the problems going on in Africa, you do know we'd be here until tomorrow, right? We would be here until tomorrow if we talked about all the stuff going on in Africa. So I'm having a hard time imagining how in the world can they sit here and talk about America and they still ain't said nothing about Africa. This hyper focus on FBA again lets me know you're coming with ill intentions. Your intentions are not pure. How do I know? It's because you ain't said nothing about the issues in Africa. Remember, the issues in Africa are...
He ain't said one thing about the degenerate culture that's going on in Africa, the issues that's going on in Africa. Now he's casting the blame and the illmatic culture on us. See, this is the stuff that these sellouts do.
Are the biggest issues on the planet Earth.
He's pandering and pampering to the African. The same African that he told us is our economic enemy. And the only reason he's pampering to him so he can have a business and relationship with him economically. That is one of the biggest contradictions I've ever heard.
Your intentions are not pure. How do I know? It's because you ain't said nothing about the issues in Africa. Remember, the issues in Africa are the biggest issues on the planet Earth. Tribalism, colonizing. James Smalls, they're right now getting invaded in Africa. Right now, Donald Trump said we coming to Nigeria. Nigerians said, cool. They got white Jesus statues. You want to talk about that? They got colorism through the world. They've got genocides. They're out there unaliving each other. They're doing all types of terrible things. I'm talking about Africans to Africans. I'm not even talking about the Chinese to African, the Arab to African, the Russian to African, the European or the African. There's a lot of problems in Africa. So this interview where you don't mention them one time makes no sense. And it highlights the fact that somewhere you guys are spiteful for FBA. And that's what it's really about. Remember, y'all.
Not only that, because he seemed like he is sincere that he likes FBA and he's with FBA, Brother Black Alpha. But it seems like he's been paid as an agent to do this covert perspective and narrative. It ain't that he's doing this. He's paid to do this. He's paid to do this. Because when you listen to it, because when you listening to him right now, it sounds like he don't even have no passion right now. He don't even have no passion. Ain't no passion in his voices right now. You see what I'm saying? So, but when you listen to him, and back in the day when he used to be speaking, he had passion. He spoke with a lot of passion. It came from the soul, and that lets me know that it was real. The shit he's saying now can't be real. This is like a programmed, scripted thing that he's saying. When he used to speak with passion, this is what he used to sound like.
The festival that be going on in Brooklyn, the band festival, the African festivals. Where's the Africans at? When we doing our rallies and our marches, where's the Africans at on your side? Talk to us really about that, man.
See, let me tell you something. We think slavery in America was something. Slavery in Africa is still in force. You talking about deaf, blind, and dumb. Don't confuse you because somebody got on some printed cloth printed in Holland or India that you're looking at an African cultural expression. That's not an African cultural expression. That cloth was printed in a European country and then sold to Africans. And they've accepted that as their cloth. You understand what I'm saying? Just that piece. Now, they do speak the language, but they know less about their history than you and I do. So you've got a deaf, blind, dumb, backwards person speaking an African language, coming from the African country, came here to be a parasite on their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings. And then because they speak a language, try to play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have. Their own people with no respect for themselves as human beings. And then because they speak language, try to play you off themselves as human beings. And then because they speak a language, try to play you off like they got something culturally that you don't have. The most culturally enforced.
He said they ain't even respectful human beings. A fleet of blind, dumb, backwards people is wild, James Smalls. Why you know? So that's James Smalls speaking with passion. This is James Smalls speaking as an agent. You feel what I'm saying? What we listening to right now is James Smalls speaking as an agent. You want to listen to him, finish listening to him speak as an agent? Let's listen to him. Shout out to James Smalls.
When you say this, we got to ask the question. CIA, FBI, who?
Okay.
So after everyone, like I said, once they took that clip, Professor James Small calls, brother, Tariq, a CIA agent, and then the other headlines and people just, putting your name in videos and fabricating things and all that. Then people started to pull old clips of you speaking, and they pulled these clips with the intention to.
I was one of the first people that pulled some of these old clips of James Smalls. You feel what I'm saying? And I got plenty of old clips, because one of the old clips, I was directly talking to James Smalls in 2019 when the Aboriginal conversation was being very heavily pushed by me and other brothers, and delineation was being pushed as well. The first steps of delineation by our people claiming to be American Indian, Aboriginal claiming to not be African at all. That's some of the first steps and early stages of delineation. I had a conversation with James Smalls, and in the conversation we brought up something about the Aboriginals. He said something quite unique in that conversation. I might play a clip of that here in just a second. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Hit that like button, thumb up the video, and let's get these likes up, family. We got 104 on the likes. Can we get the 120? Can we get the 120 on the likes? Come on now. Shout out to the family in the building. Let's see if we can hit that goal. Let's see if we can hit that number out. Let's go.
Show that you're contradicting your talking points.
Hey, listen, if I haven't earned the like yet, I understand. Bear with me. Let me work for it. Let me work, fam. Let me work. Let's get that like.
Contradictory, basically. The first clip was a clip of you speaking. It was recorded by Transatlantic Productions, and you were talking about the African American identity. Do you remember that clip by any chance, Professor James Small?
Vaguely. I've always, like I said, with an FBA, I was trying to teach our people that we need to establish our own identity. That's not anti-African. When the Ankh man in Ghana says, I am Ashanti, and I am Akan, and I am Ghanaian, and I am African, none of those things is a contradiction.
No, it's not.
Okay. So why can't the African American establish their identity and their peculiar history and culture without having to attack the rest of the family?
Who said we do that? Who said that we even do that, family? And why is he using the African and how they identify with us? If the African man can say this, how come we can't? If the African can do that, how come we can't? We ain't the same, bruh. We are two different people. So why are you bringing them up simultaneously is the $1 million question.
Okay, that's not necessary. That's not necessary. I can be a foundational Black American, an African American, an American, and an African, and none of them would be a contradiction. We built America, and you've heard me say this 1,000 times. We built this. We ain't giving it to nobody.
That's right.
No, no. It's FBA who've been pushing the line about building America. And them same Africans that you caping for, they come over here and they want in on them reparations. No, we're not getting too friendly with it. You got too many flowers out here now. I'm starting to see boxes of chocolates. We ain't about to have no damn love affair with these scam Africans. Notice, fam, now it turns into we built America. That's FBA who stands on that type of business. And them same Africans that you tell us that we need to connect with are the same Africans who tell us.
Right, and like I said, now he's trying to say Pan-Africans and Africans built America. No, Aboriginal indigenous people built this people. The so-called reclassified Negroes, blacks, and colors built this mug. You feel what I'm saying? Our people built this, a collective. So, no, we're not going to allow that. That's why we're delineating. You can't attach yourself to our greatness. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Drop those fire emojis. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, all the sisters that's in the building. Hey, fellas, make sure y'all stop what y'all doing and show some love to the beautiful sisters in here giving us that interview. We do appreciate y'all. Shout out to the lovely ladies in the building. Let's continue this.
That they are deserving of the money that we created when we built the country. Nah, bruh. No. Hell no. And you skip that, though. Again, you still ain't saying nothing about Africa. Fam, say something about Nigeria about to get invaded by Donald Trump. Say something right now about them kicking out Nigerians everywhere, kicking out Kenyans everywhere. Tell us what's going on in South Africa. Hell, tell me what's going on in the Ivory Coast. Somebody, please talk about what's happening in Africa and quit hyper-focusing on FBA. All we doing.
Right, they're just trying to throw us up under the bus to make them look good. All right, hey, fellas, I don't see y'all turning up for the ladies in the chat. What's going on, fellas? What y'all doing? Y'all eating boogers? We got the ladies in the building. You understand me? They represent and standing on American business just as well as we are. So shout out to the beautiful ladies. Y'all already know the vibes. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who's in the building. If you're enjoying the live stream, support the channel. Fellas, y'all already know the vibe. Turn me up. Shout out to the fellas in the building as well. You understand me? We got to make sure we shout out everybody that's in here, all right? This is the Wake and Bake Show, all right? So let's get right to it. Let's get right to it.
Delineating. But watch this, fam. He goes deeper.
That's right.
My mantra. Secondly, that continent belonged to me long before, for millions of years before I came here. I'm not leaving that wealth in the hands of nobody or allowing the cracker to come back and take the part we've taken away from them. That is.
But they taking the wealth right now. What do you mean you're not going to let them take the wealth? Newsflash, James, they already have. Africa is the only place in the world where multiple colonizers fight each other for the right to colonize Africa, and Africans pick their favorite colonizer. How did you miss that part? I ain't gonna leave Africa and let them take all the minerals. The minerals are gone. They took them already. They've been taking them for hundreds of years. Did you just now realize that? And if that's the case, then I'm gonna need Pork Chop over here because he's a big hefty. And I need Gap Man over here. Both of y'all go over there to Africa and do what James Small just said. Stop the W from going over there and taking it. What are y'all doing to stop this? Because I don't see them doing anything on no military front. What are you doing? Trying to critique Black Americans? Trying to ask for donations? Dr. Umar's school is not going to stop the colonizer from taking them resources. All right? James Small's hotel is not going to stop the colonizer from taking the resources. This man's gap in his mouth is not going to stop the colonizer from taking Africa's resources. It just ain't gonna happen. All right, that's just what it is. This man's cold cut combo, Whopper volume meal with extra fries, extra fries. I'm sorry, I had to give him some strays. Is not gonna stop nothing.
Simple logic in my political position.
Understood. And there was a second clip of you talking. They pulled a clip of you on 125th Street, and you were talking to Saneter about continental Africans, and you seem to be upset about some things. And so could you give us some context, because people are, you know.
Somebody in the chat said Hotel Smalls.
They're saying that you contradicted yourself there as well. So could you give us some context?
First of all, I, like anybody else, can criticize brothers and sisters from here, from the Caribbean, from Central South America, from Africa, if I think the criticism is warranted. If they don't think the criticism is warranted, then they should respond to that.
There you go. You criticized us, said some inflammatory things, and we responded to what the problem is. What's the problem? Fam, listen to what he just said. He said he's got the right to criticize anybody, and I'm saying we got the right to clap back. Why is it a problem when we always respond? FBA ain't started nothing with nobody. The very movement of delineation is to be separate. How in the hell you got a problem with separate people? Separate means I'm over there. So right there, he basically said, I can criticize y'all. Y'all can't do nothing to me. Okay, duly noted.
That day, I was walking across 125th Street. I guess it was almost 8-9 years ago, something.
You said about 2012, 2013. Didn't you say about that?
It's a long time ago. I know I was coming from St. Louis. Mm-hmm. And this is after Brother Brown had been killed. Some brothers had called a rally out there. And anyway, I'm walking across. Brother Jack is there, Brother Saneter, but there's a number of things going on. Mm-hmm. What had happened on 125th Street for the last few weeks leading up to that is the policeman was snatching the products of primarily the young African-American teens, selling their socks, their sneakers, and their tapes, throwing them in garbage bag, taking them away because they didn't have vendor's license.
He uses the word African-American too much for me. I'm
way
sorry, y'all.
Much.
The African.
He use that shit way too much, man. African-American, throw that shit in the trash. Throw that shit in a complete garbage bag. That shit is bogus as hell. First of all, the nigga said ain't no such thing as no Africans, but then keep referring to us as African American. Man, you got to be out of your cotton picking mind.
This stuff got to stop. I'm sorry, man. James, you're using African a little too much for me. Fam, he's sounding like Jesse Jackson. Who uses African? But don't ever trust somebody, I don't care who they are, that calls you an African American, y'all. We, by nature, always rejected that term. So the fact that he's running around here calling us African, oh no, an African American? You want to talk about read the room? We don't go by no damn African American. We never did. We never, like, fam, that ain't just something new. I can't just sit here and say, like, this generation. Black Americans never identified or accepted the term African American. So why in the hell is the term African American being used so much by him? That's Jesse Jackson talk. That's that same talk that Jesse Jackson be saying. I promise you right now, if Messy Jesse was right here, he would be saying African American this, African American that. So don't come here to tell FBA what we need to do, but yet you're using the terminologies in which we have wholeheartedly for the longest amount of time. So no. We gonna get real up in here, fam. We gonna get real, because what I'm seeing right now is absolute disregard for how foundational Black Americans are living. And that's not going to be accepted or tolerated, because foundationals ain't on that time. And I want y'all to remember, all this unite with Africa, is it really unite with Africa? See, I got to call bluff on Pan-Africans. I'm going to tell you why I got to call bluff on Pan-Africans. I got to call bluff on Pan-Africans because you talk about Black Americans need to unite with Africa, but you don't ever talk about how ununited Africa is. So it makes me believe that you don't really care about unification. We're going to get to the real root of what Pan-African truly is in regards to Black Americans. You can't sit here and talk about money.
And it's a fake movement, y'all, because they're not going to Africa. They don't care about Africans, right? It's a fake movement to get rich scheme off of your failed victimhood history. It's trauma trapping. That's what it's called. They're trapping in the trauma trap. They're trapping trauma. They selling to you trauma. Oh, go to the dungeons. It still smell like blood and periods and doo-doo and slaves. Oh, look at our family shackles. Oh, we was put on a boat. Oh, we was in breeding camps. It's all a trauma cell. If y'all get what I'm trying to say. Fellas, ladies, y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Let's get back to it.
Unification amongst Americans and Africans, but be 0 dark 30 silent when it comes to Africans who aren't united with themselves. Shouldn't you worry about Africa before you worry about Black America? So it makes me realize this ain't really about unification, is it? It can't be. No, there's no way it is. Is it really about the betterment of Africa as well? Because if it's about the betterment of Africa, y'all would all do more in Africa. I'm going to need Pan-Africans to do more in Africa. I'm going to need you to do more in Africa. Don't come to me talking that Pan-African stuff and your name is really Tyrone. All right, Tyrone, you don't watch too many goddamn DH, old DHs, and now you come around here and you trying to spin it. Nah, bro. You need to really address the issues that are happening in Africa. And when we talk about issues in Africa, family, you got to start asking this question. Absolutely. It's an absolute money grab. Pan-Africanism is about donations for Black American to fund them, fam. They want you to donate hotels, donate to schools. Back in the old days, it was them Rolexes and them fake-ass dashikis. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was them videotapes. It was the DVDs. Y'all remember the VCRs. They were selling all that stuff on the corner. The Wakanda packet has been around for the longest amount of time, okay? They've always sold the Wakanda package to Black Americans before the movie Black Panther and Wakanda ever came out. Let me up the ante as well. We say scam African, right? For all my young brothers and sisters listening. I want you to know this. Scam African, the term, that's old. Brothers and sisters were using scam African in the 80s.
In the 80s. We start reusing it in the mid 2000s, dealing with the new Pan-African movement.
A lot of people think scam African is a new term like tether. No, scam African has always been used to identify the Pan-African hustle. That's something that's been around for a long time. People think that stuff just popped up yesterday. That's not a new term. Pan-African is a term that brothers and sisters like us who were on code back then, they realized and identified that then. They was like, over here scamming. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's old. They've been on that. Brothers and sisters in America been talking about scam Africans. They were saying scam African when New Edition was doing the spin and hitting the splits. They were saying scam African when Prince was wearing high heels. They were saying scam African when Michael Jackson had on the glove. All right. They were saying scam African family way back in the day. So that's something that we've been on right now. We've been utilizing it. But our brothers and sisters who were on code back in the day, standing on business, they knew exactly what it was. They knew exactly what it is. Now look at this, fam. This is who they talk about us uniting with. Family, you can't unite with these individuals because the mentality of them is separate than our mentality. And the quicker they accept it, the quicker they're going to realize why delineation and regulation is running these damn streets here. Look at this, y'all. This is who they've been trying to get foundational Black Americans to connect with. Why white people are a superior race by Mr. Dikembe 947. I be damned. Watch this, family, and you'll see exactly why we say what we say.
So Piers Morgan and Tucker Carlson, they were having a conversation about how basically the white population is going extinct in England, right? And Piers Morgan was basically sitting there and being like, you know what? I really got a real big deal with that. You know, I like my Indian restaurants and shit, my tikka masala, you know, I'm fucking with that. And in fact, I would replace a lot of white people with a lot of foreigners coming in. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, see, this is what Piers Morgan and a lot of niggas don't really understand. Whiteness and the West go hand in hand. Whiteness and exploration go hand in hand. Whiteness and philosophy goes hand in hand. Whiteness and democracy goes fucking hand in hand. What does this mean? If white people are gone, the West is gone. All the things that has made the West great has come from white people. That's just the fucking truth. So if all these niggas are gone and you have the entire third world, Muhammad, Omar, all these niggas coming to your country and all the white people are now fucking gone, the third world just becomes the third world again. These niggas are coming to the West because the West is great. The West was created by white people. If the white people are fucking gone, then the West is not.
Do you hear this damn fool? Do you hear this damn fool talking about the West was created by white people? Civilization in the Western Hemisphere was created by white people. Do y'all hear him? First of all, civilization nowhere has been created by white people. As a matter of fact, we're going to let James Smalls debunk this goddamn fool. We, from now on, for the rest of the day, we're going to take James Small's word and debunk everybody.
Why do you say Europeans never created a civilization?
Show me one. That's the only question I've had. Show me a European civilization. Rome was not a civilization. Greece was not a civilization. You don't know a day in the history of Greece where there wasn't a war. You don't know a day in the history of Rome and there wasn't a war. Those are not civilization. Those are death cults, war culture. They're not building anything. They're stealing from other people, borrowing from other people, and still carrying on this anti-human, anti-nature behavior of murdering, stealing to conquer and appropriate something that belonged to someone else that you could have gotten by.
Why do you say Europeans never created a civilization?
Show me one. From other people, borrowing from other people, and still carrying on this anti-human, anti-nature behavior of murdering, stealing to conquer and appropriate something that belonged to someone else that you could have gotten by just shaking their hands and making a deal. Give us the same opportunities and we will win, because we come from a history of not trying to destroy and dominate the world, and you come from a history of trying to destroy and dominate.
So he tell you, look, none of these people created anything here. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, let's let James Smalls finish telling us some more.
Used to take me to visit the different burial ground and mounds, because our people buried themselves in mounds in the woods of Oak Hill down in South Carolina. I thought that was absolutely normal. It wasn't until I left the woods and the farms where I grew up that I found people rejected
ownership of being here before the slave ship. They thought that was a cop-out, being African, especially as the 60s went on. And so I would say little about it.
I know who I am.
I'm an African American whose family was here, half of my family, before the slave ship came in. We were not straight haired, no red skin. I may be a little red, yes, but the white skinned people that we're calling the red skinned people, who are Asiatics, they only got here 10,000 years or so ago.
What?
We've been here for at least the last 200,000 years, if not longer.
Come on, man, James Small. Do I gotta say anything else? You just debunked the whole Pan-African movement. Do we need to even listen to the rest of these damn clowns at this damn point? You see what I'm saying?
Not going to be great anymore. This is where you're just going to get the constant authoritarianism, the tyranny, and all the bullshit that you were trying to escape from, because the white people are fucking gone. That's why we actually needed the Wiggers. If the Wiggers are gone, the elections are fucking gone. I'm going to be sitting here with all you dumb niggas because y'all aren't thinking about space. You guys aren't thinking about inventing anything or having democracy or any of these high levels of fucking thought. I'm going to be like, hey, y'all, we need a fucking election. Y'all going to be like, nah, fuck that. War. Let's just kill niggas, because that's...
Y'all hear this right here, family? Do you hear the thought process in these people, family? Do you see what these people are on? Do you see what we mean when we say that these folks cannot be on the same page with FBA? I hope you realize right now who you're looking at and what you're dealing with. This man basically said W's are the greatest. We need them all. And that's the same mentality that exists in his homeland. This is that homeland talk right there, family. Yeah, he's serious too, ain't he? We need them. We need them all. Because without them, what would I be? You got to remember, y'all, they view the value of their life based on how W's view them. All right? That's what it is. It's like a kid who's playing soccer and his parents see him kick the ball in the goal and he's jumping. He looks at his parents and says, did he get a attaboy? Did he get a little pat on the head? That's how they view. And remember, y'all,
a lot of these Pan-Africans, like I said, always spewing some anti-Aboriginal Negro rhetoric. When you listen to a lot of this pseudo-wisdom, this shit get out of hand. Matter of fact, we're not done. We're not done. We got a lot more to get into. We got a lot more to get into, man, because these people are so pseudo, it makes you question some shit. It makes you question some shit. And like I said, delineation is one of the biggest movements that we're dealing with right now. Delineation. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into this next segment. If y'all ready to rock the house out, I do need y'all to hit that like button and thumb up the video. If y'all ready to rock the house out, I do need y'all to hit that like button and thumb up the video. All right, let's get a few people to support this channel. I see we got some real ones in the building. Go ahead and let's get us 120 likes, family. Somebody said it's been out of hand. No, I've been standing on this business for a long time, Sharice, and I know since you came around, you've been definitely standing on delineation as well. So I shout out to you as well. I got to shout out to the real ones who've been Bigfoot stepping in American soil. You feel me? Go ahead and hit that like button, man. Let's get to this next clip, though. Let's go. Let's go.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turbines just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow it just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.
Because we have people that tend to think that United States government or all of a suddenly have clear understanding of who we are if we change the damn name. Craziest thing ever. You think a name change gonna make people see you more than how they already see you?
Yeah. That's why you have names. And when you have a name that's not rightfully an attribute to you, it gives people the false illusion then that's what you are. For instance, if I walked around saying that I'm Australian, people would think that I'm Australian. So people that once perceived me as a black man will now perceive me as an Australian. Yes, identity means a lot. Uniformal code and understanding and recognizing of one another is very important, dummy.
They already know who you are. They got the records. This is an area, right, that I know Dr. Mayat researched in because she gave me the daggone books. So just because you say FBA, nobody's gonna think that all of a sudden, oh, that's a hell of a lineage. Boy, that name right there really fit them, and we know they're a little bit different than the African Americans. Let me tell you what the FBA is. I'm gonna say it. It's a pseudo operation from the start. How do I know?
How can it be a pseudo operation when it's literally the lineage? It's just like somebody saying Black Americans, but then somebody saying, well, no, the foundational Black Americans. That's just like saying Aboriginal Indigenous Americans. How is that pseudo expressing a lineage? This guy misuses the word pseudo for everything, bro. He the one that started using it in the conscious community, by the way, and he misuses the word pseudo too damn much. And this guy don't even understand what we're doing. We're delineating. So we're separating ourselves from other groups. You not understand this?
Them, and we know they're a little bit different than the African Americans. Let me tell you what the FBA is. I'm gonna say it. It's a pseudo operation from the start. How do I know it's a pseudo operation? Because the museum itself is a pseudo museum. It's not a professional curated museum.
Now they saying that the Hidden History Museum is the FBA museum. Is he dumb? Do you see the pseudo shit that he just did? He just turned Tariq Nasheed's Hidden History Museum, and he trying to claim it to be the FBA museum. See, this is the pseudo rhetoric that this guy does, and which is why Ankh is a pseudo babbler. He's also a heavy advocate for the jab. You know that, you guys? He was going online and YouTube, Facebook, promoting people to take the COVID vaccine, the jab, right? This guy's a straight up weenie. He thinks science is always correct and can't be challenged, right? He believes we come from monkeys, and he's scared to debate big Aboriginal power on geopolitics of us being FBA Americans and Aboriginal indigenous to this land. He's scared to debate me.
Boy, that name right there really fit them, and we know they're a little bit different than the African Americans. Let me tell you what the FBA is. I'm gonna say it. It's a pseudo operation from the start. How do I know it's a pseudo operation? Because the museum itself is a pseudo museum. It's not a professional curated museum. It does not meet the standards. Okay, I'm gonna say this again. When I hear the word museum, I'm looking for a certain standard. I'm not looking for a whole bunch of pseudos and pseudo history. It does us no good now.
See, it sounds like a hater though, but you've been a part of the Pan-African community for a long time. Where's the Pan-African Museum? You freaking loser. Where is the Pan-African Museum? You loser. Matter of fact, where's any museum that any of you conscious Pan-African dweebs put together? Where's the museum at that we can go collectively go look at? It don't exist. Matter of fact, can you name an institute that a Pan-African has put together for us to go to that has a recorded memorabilia, historical references and data, and maybe even books or any type of institute like that put together by Pan-Africans? None. Y'all been around since 1919. You are a bunch of dweebs. Pan-African dweebs, man. A bunch of turd monkeys. Y'all been around since 1919 and ain't provided anything tangible nor beneficiary to our people in America. You are a loser.
When I hear the word museum, I'm looking for a certain standard. I'm not looking for a whole bunch of pseudos and pseudo history. It does us good now. To be honest with you, your brother Tariq, he set out to do that, and I commend him for doing that. So don't get it twisted and say, oh, aren't you hating? No, I'm saying this man is far as I know.
Nah, you caught yourself, nigga. You was definitely hating.
Your brother Tariq, he set out to do that, and I commend him for doing that. So don't get it twisted and say, oh, aren't you hating? No, I'm saying this man, as far as I know, he's never taken anybody's money. He said, I'm going to open up a museum. I was expecting a museum, but he didn't give us a museum. He gave us a pseudo-history museum. But at least he opened it up, so I'm not on that. I'm concerned with what I'm always concerned with is information. So just because you call yourself FBA, right, doesn't mean that it's historically accurate. The scholarship that's backing up the FBA is complete tomfoolery. Now, see, they'll get mad at me for that, Doc. They get mad at me for saying that, one, that's not a curated museum. That's not hate, that's the truth, right? It's a place where healthy Black people can go.
A curated museum. Who does the curating according to your standard? See, we're the curators. If we don't get the approval by the peoples, it ain't curated. See, your curation deals with white acceptance. Cannot deal with anything that doesn't have white acceptance, which leads me farther to let me know that the Pan-African movement is not an African nor a Black Negro movement. It is the construct of white people giving it to Black people to reiterate. Pan-Africanism is the voice of white people through the Negro's voice. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? When you hear a Pan-African, you listening to a dark-skinned white man who don't like niggas. They not here to preserve the land where their ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears and the innovations and inventions was created. They're going to go against this under the code of Pan-Africanism, which just a thought and a movement created by the white. So who's the agent? Who's the agent?
Oh, look at some people today admiring stuff, and I think that's dope. But it's not a damn museum, and it does not contain our historical history. I'm looking for the level. I'm sitting amongst the level. I would expect no more or less out of them too if they claim themselves to open up a damn museum or they claim themselves to promote STEM. I expect them to do just that. Promote the damn STEM. So I want to say this very, very clear. Just because you howling, screaming, FBA, we're lineage, nobody's listening to that crap.
Actually, everybody's listening to it, which is why y'all responding to it, dummy. Try again. You can't downplay something that you're literally responding to. Nobody's listening to that FBA crap. Nobody's listening to it, but you're responding to it. You're responding to the movement that is obviously affecting your movement because you're off code. We're on code. So get on code. We're delineating. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got 138 listening in. Let's get a few more likes in the building. Let's put us in the algorithm. Let's get 120. Let's get 135 likes, family. Let's get 135 likes, and let's get at least 5 more people to support this channel. This channel is not monetized, by the way. We do this all off the love. You understand me? So make sure y'all support the channel, man. Share this out on all your social media outlets, and yeah, man, support the channel. We got a lot more to get into. We're going to finish listening to this pseudo-rhetoric babbling. Also, later on tonight, we got the face-off between Lucky Guzman and Dosa Nail. We got a live debate going down this Sunday, December the 7th. Excuse me. This Sunday, December the 7th. It's going to be a good opportunity for you guys to catch out a fire debate. These brothers putting on the history and science perspective. The science is wrapped around the Albert Perry's genetic marker, which is AOO. Where does AOO genetic marker come from? America or Africa? Lucky Guzman versus Dosa Dia this Sunday, December the 7th. But tonight, the official face-off is going down, family. Tonight, the official face-off is going down right here on this channel, Aboriginal Power Channel. If you're listening in, make sure y'all subscribe. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Because it's going to be subscriber-only conversations and comments. So if you ain't been subscribed for some time, you ain't going to be able to comment. So go ahead and get your subscribe in now. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and subscribe now. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, and support the channel. All right, let's get 5 more people to support this channel. Let's get back into some more of this content, though. All right, let's get it.
Nobody with any sense, nobody with a doctorate degree, no real African American who can read and write past their damn hand is thinking that shit slick. Now, of course, I love the people that call themselves that, but the FBA ain't no more different than an African American. You know why? They come from the same damn place. Where's that place? Mother Africa. How did they get here? On a slave ship. What do they call it? They call it the largest forced migration on planet Earth.
Do you hear this fool? He's denying the fact that Aboriginal indigenous peoples was here. Before that, you talking about how did black people get here during the slave trade? Let's listen to him.
Now, of course, I love the people that call themselves that, but the FBA ain't no more different than an African American. You know why? They come from the same damn place. Where's that place? Mother Africa. How did they get here? On a slave ship. What do they?
He said they got here on a slave ship. Now, that's some of the most pseudo-lying-ass rhetoric that I ain't never seen. As a matter of fact, let's let James Smalls debunk right now. We're going to let James Smalls do all the debunking from now on for the rest of the day. Let's go, James. Cook this nigga.
Everybody in the world is admitting this now. This is not new news.
What's
it's 100 years or so ago.
What?
We've been here for at least the last 200,000 years, if not longer.
What? We've been here for at least 200,000 years. That's before the slave trade, huh? How did we get here because of a slave trade when James Smalls saying we've been here for 250,000 years, sir? You got to go take that up with James Smalls. James Smalls, how long we been here?
What?
We've been here for at least the last 200,000 years, if not longer. And everybody in the world is admitting this now. This is not.
Damn, for real? How long we been here, James Smalls?
The last 200,000 years, if not longer.
Damn. We been here that long? We ain't got to listen to Unc. We're going to listen to James Smalls. That's who they listening to, right?
They call it the largest forced migration on planet Earth. That's it. Now, I got to call out Professor James Smalls because he backed this whole operation. And
listen, now he's coming at James Smalls saying he backed the pseudo operation. Oh, you didn't say that when James Smalls was on there. This nigga waited till James Smalls left. Use a Mitch. Use a straight up Mitch, my nigga. You waited till James Smalls left to try to say he was back in pseudo shit. He'd have cussed your bitch ass out. All the scholars is no. Listen, James Smalls is a scholar. You already said that. Y'all respected that. Use a Mitch, my nigga. And guess what? James Smalls said none of the scholars would disagree with that. You obviously not a scholar, crack pipe. You obviously not a scholar, my nigga. You coming with this pseudo rhetoric. You see what I'm saying? And he gonna try to say, "Oh, you back the pseudo." And look, notice that he's talking about Aboriginal movements, us being here first, before the slave trade, and connecting it with the FBA. These niggas know that Aboriginals and FBA are locked in. Listen to him.
same damn place. Where's that place? Mother Africa. How did they get here? On a slave ship. What do they call it? They call it the largest forced migration on planet Earth. That's it. Now, I got to call out Professor James Smalls because he backed the pseudo operation. And sometimes that's why I know Doc know how to get off the damn train. Me and Doc know we know how to get off the train. No. Let me get off the stop right here. We know when to get off the train. Dr. Winkler, he know when to get off the train. You got to know when to get off the train. So
he would never tell you that we wasn't here before the slave trade. So you trying to make it seem like he's going back on that. He's never went back on that word. He's never went publicly and said, no, I was wrong by saying that black people wasn't here 250,000 years ago. So now you're making up shit. You didn't keep that same energy when he was on here, you damn Mitch. You's a Mitch. You's a man. You's a man B word. So I'm gonna call you a Mitch. You feel what I'm saying? Straight up. These guys be coming over here with this same pseudo rhetoric, man. And we've been debunking these guys for years. These guys disappeared, and now they just popped up because the FBA movement is popping, and they think they gonna come weasel over there and try to drop some of that pseudo nonsense. No, nigga, we still here, and we with the FBA movement, and we gonna get that pseudo bullshit out of here. You didn't keep that same energy with James Smalls was up there, so don't try to get all loud and tough and come at James Smalls now, you damn Mitch. We don't want to hear no Mitches talking all tough. You celebrating failure. You're celebrating victimhood. You're in celebration for being a damn weasel. For being beaten, bruised, and brought over here. Y'all got some of the most degenerate reasons and reasons why y'all get happy, like strange. But guess what? We're going to continue to delineate. The ones that's off code ain't going to delineate. And once you off code, eventually there will be consequences behind this. Mark my words. Mark my words. Shout out to everybody in the building. Drop a fire emoji in the chat if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Drop a fire emoji in the chat.
I'm saying the doors is open right now. Y'all can stop this nonsense. Just because you howl out FBA don't make you no more historically accurate without the scholarship to back it, without the paperwork to back it. Y'all act like we dealing with a nut. You act like dealing with people of ignorance. No, we dealing with people with high-level education. And people with high-level education, white, black.
Bro, y'all ain't going to say y'all got high level of education when Dr. James Smalls just told us he ain't got no real master's degree. He ain't got no real associate's degree. He is a master teacher and a professor based off of hours and ethics and dedicated time to a particular set of information and got documented evidence of teaching this. Guess what, brother? I've been online. I got over 17,000 hours dedicated to teaching online. Over 18,000 hours of dedicated time. Researching, not just teaching, researching alone, I got 18,000 hours. Teaching, we get into that get into a whole different segment of numbers. You see what I'm saying? I am the youngest master teacher, as a matter of fact. Y'all should be listening to us. You old guys is old, outdated. Y'all had a chance to try to reach success. Y'all had a chance to have the voice. Y'all failed. It's a new energy. It's a new generation. And y'all keep trying to stop our momentum and cause disruption, trying to insert y'all past failure concepts. We don't want to listen to y'all past failure concepts ass niggas. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of Mitches that failed with a fake ideology, man. A bunch of damn Mitches that failed with an ideology, and now you're here trying to stop the momentum of the real and the righteous ones with some bullshit. We not about to listening to that bullshit. These ain't nothing but a bunch of clowns. And look at him. This guy up here with this colorful jacket up here. Looking like Dusty Rhodes. Corny looking motherfucker. We not African. African Americans ain't African. They just American. James Small said Africans don't exist, my nigga.
Chocolate, green, or purple. They're gonna look at your claims and they're gonna go through the history books. They're gonna go through the textbooks. They're gonna go through the scientific articles. They're gonna go through the DNA and see if it makes some damn sense. So we can sit here right now and say, look, we understand who African Americans are. Right? We can check the records. They came from certain parts of Africa. Right? We understand their DNA. We got the DNA markers. We got all that. So just because it's a lineage, y'all sound like.
First of all, DNA does not tell you where you from, dumbass. DNA is not associated with a landmass. That's the first pseudo lie that he just told you right there. He just came on here and lied to us flat out. He said the DNA can tell you where you from. No, it can't. Genetic markers show you where other genetic markers are that is in similarity. Do you want to have this conversation with me, young man? Because I don't think you understand what a SNP is. DNA shit is cap. It is not associated with a landmass. So with your pseudo rhetoric, you're trying to connect it to a damn landmass. It can't tell you where you come from because it can't tell you that you come from a landmass. That's pseudo nonsense. Man, he is incredibly stupid. Fire Beats. I'm talking about this guy is an idiot that's wrapped inside of a moron. He's an idiot wrapped in a moron. Like he's engulfed.
We can check the records. They came from certain parts of Africa, right? We understand their DNA. We got the DNA markers. We got all that. So just because y'all, it's a lineage, y'all sound like a bunch of New Wapians back in the damn day, man. Y'all don't even know it. And I know y'all gonna get mad at me. Know y'all gonna hate, but y'all can't have an intelligent conversation with me. Y'all always right.
See, the crazy part is the reason he brought up New Wapian is absolutely funny to me, because y'all might not understand why it's so funny to me, right? Because back in the early 2000s, the guy up at the bottom who's talking was a registered New Wapian. Yeah, he was a registered New Wapian. Oh, you didn't think I knew that, did you, huh? Don't get nervous now, brother. Don't get nervous now. You didn't know I knew that. You was a Yorkie boy. You was a Yorkie boy.
Like a bunch of New Wapians back in the damn day, man. Y'all don't even know it. And I know y'all gonna get mad at me. Know y'all gonna hate, but y'all can't have an intelligent conversation with me. Y'all always running. Mm-hmm. You will have Professor Smalls on your show, but I bet you're gonna have me on there. They all be running because I want the smoke. I want you to prove this. Here you go. This is what I want them to verify. See, it all started right here. This is why I blame Professor Smalls. Because Professor Smalls believed that the original people of America was black. He do believe that. He's just...
Because that's what science says. So, listen. So now, Ankh is telling us that the original people on America were not dark-skinned black people. Were not Negroes. So you telling me that another type of people were original type of people? That is absolutely hogwash. And according to science, according to genetics, the skin that makes pale skin, the hair follicle that makes an Asian hair follicle or pale skin hair follicle didn't exist until 6,000 years ago. Some even argue around 3 years ago. Mexico, yes, Mexico did pass a law stating that the niggas and the melanated Morenos are in fact the Aboriginal peoples of the land.
Professor Smalls, conversation with me, y'all always running.
Back a little bit.
You will have Professor Smalls on your show, but I bet you're gonna have me on there. They all be running because I want the smoke. I want you to prove this. Here you go. This is what I want them to verify. See, it all started right here. This is why I blame Professor Smalls. Because Professor Smalls...
Man, he said because Professor Smalls believe. We're going to get into it. I need everybody to drop a fire emoji in the building, man. Salute to everybody that's still rocking out. We got 120 still in here with us. Salute to everybody that's still in here rocking out. Shout out to everybody that's listening in on Instagram as well. Shout out to everybody that's listening in on Instagram. Also, family, I do want to reiterate this real quick. Tonight, we got the face-off between Dulcinea and Lucky Guzman. That's going down tonight. Make sure y'all show up for the face-off. That's going to be one of those ones, family. Also, December the 17th, we got my brother True Food coming in the ring. Shout out to True Food. That's him right here. Holy Trolley Zoli. Shout out to him in the chat. He's going to be going up against YK the Truth, aka your Rodin Kalu. So that's going to be a fire debate. Make sure y'all tap in with the tap in. That's going to be one of those ones. Okay, but tonight we got Lucky Guzman and Dulcinea going head up in their official face-off tonight on my channel. That's at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all be there or be square. Don't be no Mitch. You feel me? Don't be no Mitch. And hey, listen, don't be no bogus hater in the building by not hitting that like button. And all we need is 5 more people to support the channel to reach the goal. 5 more people to support the channel to reach the goal. Don't let me fail short. Don't let me fall short, y'all.
Believe that the original people of America was black. He do believe that. He's just wrong, right? And as one of my elders, right? He's just, I can say that. Hey, you know the statement, right? 8 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. Now, I'm saying this in jest, right? What I'm saying is Professor Smalls could actually handle himself in an intellectual, he's an intellectual gunfighter. So I might disagree a little bit with Dr. Miat when she says they're attacking an 80-year-old man. That 80-year-old man, his thoughts are very clear, very exact, and very positive. He can handle an intelligent conversation, and you ain't gonna get up there cussing him out and all that, howling, screaming like I be doing in the back chats and all that. But you could have an intelligent conversation. He could defend his position, right? So what I'm saying is, if he would have cut it off early in the game and say, wait a minute, because I told him 10 years ago that information ain't gonna fly with this next generation. Lo and behold, Tariq promote the wild information that I thought that this generation wouldn't fly with. Lo and behold, the fake Indians popped up. You know what? They're suffering from an identity crisis. See, I can say that. How do I know they're suffering from it?
Now you're trying to call the Aboriginals fake Indians because we've been giving this pseudo ass nigga that worked since the beginning. We've been giving this pseudo nigga that worked since the beginning. And he's openly admitted that he's dodging me. He tried to charge me $2,000 for a debate. Nigga, where and what earth and what planet? You think I'm going to give you $23,000 for you to go relapse and possibly make an Unks Crack Pipe new channel? I don't want to have to post that, man. I'm not about to give you $2,300 for your habits. You know? You don't get this work. You claim you want to smoke.
Lo and behold, Tariq promote the wild information that I thought that this generation wouldn't fly with. Lo and behold, the fake Indians popped up. You know what? They're suffering from an identity crisis. See, I can say that. How do I know they're suffering from an identity crisis? Because all the available information says that. When you claim yourself to be a Hebrew Israelite, screaming like I be doing in the back chats and all that. But you could have an intelligent conversation. He could defend his position, right? So what I'm saying is, if he would have cut it off early in the game and say, wait a minute, because I told him 10 years ago that information ain't gonna fly with this next generation. Lo and behold, Tariq promote the wild information that I thought the generation wouldn't fly with. Lo and behold, the fake Indians pop.
So look, he was pretty much telling James Smalls to hide the information that niggas is from here. We don't talk about that because we promote in Africa. So don't talk about it. Hide this shit. We know this shit exists, but hide it. And I don't think that they gonna rock with us being from here anyways, because we're gonna be promoting African. Nigga, lo and behold, nigga, we found the shit that y'all was trying to hide, hoe ass Mitch. You's a Mitch. See, you hiding information from the youth. That's a Mitch. You's a Mitch. You just slipped up and said you was hiding the information, my nigga. Use the Mitch. See, he slipped out. Listen to him, y'all. I don't think y'all heard him. Listen to him.
All that. But you could have an intelligent conversation. He could defend his position.
Listen right here.
So what I'm saying is, if he would have cut it off early in the game and say, wait a minute, because I told him 10 years ago that information ain't gonna fly with this next generation. Lo and behold, Tariq promote the wild information that I thought that this generation wouldn't fly with. Lo and behold, the fake Indians popped up. You know what? They're suffering from an identity crisis. See, I can say that. How do I know they're suffering from an Christ, because all the available information says that. When you claim yourself to be a Hebrew Israelite, when you claim yourself to be a FBAA, when you claim yourself to be anything but an African American that came from Africa,
bro, we not from Africa. Are you dumb? See, this is the pseudo-European jargon that we got to deal with. This is high treason, somebody said. This is gonna be a free debate. Don't do it. This is gonna be a free debate, brother. It's gonna be a free debate. The debate is free. We doing it on the house. We got 2 free debates we doing. Fake Indians say pretendians. They always trying to put that on us.
Right? Because all the available information says that. When you claim yourself to be a Hebrew Israelite, when you claim yourself to be a FBAA, when you claim yourself to be anything but an African American that came from Africa, they had caught up in the largest forced migration, you don't got no heart on that. So here's the statement, Doc, and I'm gonna close it out with a statement. Here you go. This how I know is all foolery. They can't defend this. So that's one thing y'all gonna have to step away from. Yeah, you may play with the word FBA, but I'd be damned if you ain't gonna step away from acting like the first people in Americas was black people. That's one thing. Share my screen, Doc. That's what we not gonna do. We ain't doing that. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Nope.
I'm getting ready to close out, brother.
Look, what you talking about? It's a clip.
Okay, all right. I'm about to say I'm getting ready to close this bad boy.
And there's direct routes from Africa to the Americas. Forget about the Bering Strait and all that walking. You can take boats over here, and there's rivers within the ocean that'll take you directly here. So there's 100% proof, and it's factual that there were black people here.
Right there. The next clip.
I can't think of the name of the book, but this was from. I'm gonna have to post. I'll post a page from the book probably tomorrow on Twitter. This book is from 1894, and they were talking about Native American tribes, and these are white people, and they said that the Yamasee tribe, because they kept talking about all these East Coast Native American tribes, Aboriginal tribes, and talking about how damn black they were. They were talking about the Yamasee people. And they're talking about how black they were. And they said, these are white people who said that the Yamasee, they came over here from Africa before Columbus. They said the Yamasee came over here from Africa. These are white people saying this in the 1800s. And just so many other documented records saying how black they were. And there's other documented records of explorers and other people talking about those East Coast Indians, those East Coast Native Americans.
And we finish it with this.
Your lineage has nothing to. So how did your lineage get here?
Let me explain again. There was an ethnogenesis between black explorers, black Aboriginal people, and black enslaved. There were 3 waves of black people who were here. There were already the black Aboriginals that were here. Those were some of the Yamasee people who were on the East Coast. These were some of the black Aboriginals that the European explorers said they saw when they got here. Then,
bro, what, bro? Come on, man. Like,
come on, what?
There's no proof that there was black Aboriginals from Native to America before the slave trade.
Go get a book. When I name books, I give.
Bro, you keep trying to show shit like this. Come on, bro. Do I gotta get on your ass, the God Killer? You be coming over here with some of the most pseudo shit I've ever heard in my life. You literally is a Darwinite. You believe in Darwinism. This nigga in this clip right here says that we come from monkeys. Don't believe me? Listen for yourself.
Coming from monkeys, you know what I'm saying?
So when we enter monkeys into the equation, let's go back using geological time to 40 million years ago. So 40 million years ago, We came from monkeys 40 million years ago with tails. We came from monkeys 40 million years ago with tails. We came from monkeys 40 million years ago with tails.
So do you hear this pseudo nonsense? This is the type of shit that they be coming around talking about. You's a fool. You's a damn fool. Do y'all hear this nonsense? Do y'all hear this nonsense? I need to make sure the family in here. Do y'all hear that? This is some of the most pseudo stuff that you will ever hear in your life. This ain't the first time he done said some pseudo shit like this. Niggas been, even Saneter challenged this nigga on this African shit. That's all they was coming with for a long time is Africa. We African, you African, we all African, everybody African. Ain't nobody want to hear that dumbass shit. As a matter of fact, let me let y'all listen to Saneter kill these niggas. They said we're gonna just let James Smalls and Saneter kill these niggas.
Problem. All y'all niggas running around thinking y'all African. Y'all don't know nothing about no fucking African. I'm not no fucking African. Number one. That's Saneter talking. That's Saneter. Yeah, this Saneter talking. I'm not no fucking. Y'all listen to this nigga. None of you niggas know nothing about Africa. Let me finish talk. Let me finish talk. Let me say
No. Everybody be quiet. Hold on. You know I'm the fucking African. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Look, you can even hear Ankh on there. He said, hold on, y'all let me talk because I'm the fucking African. Look, Ankh said, let me talk because I'm the African. Nigga, you not no African. You from Baltimore. You say do and two. Shut up. I think them narcotics done went to his head. Let's let Saneter finish cooking these pseudo Africans.
You niggas know nothing about it. Let me finish talk. Let me finish talk. Let me say
No. Everybody be quiet. Hold on. You know I'm the fucking African. Hold on.
Go ahead, Saneter. I want to hear you niggas know nothing about no African. Y'all can claim Africa all you want. Them niggas look at y'all like a piece of shit. So y'all keep on saying we African. What the fuck does that mean? Ain't no such thing as that. I'm African. We was here before.
They treated me just fine.
Let me finish. They treated me just fine. Thing is that I'm African. We was here before.
They treated me just fine.
Let me finish. We were here before white Africans. Where all your scholars at? All your fucking scholars up there talking this African shit. We was here before Africa. That's a baby fucking language.
Come on, man. You got this dumbass nigga Ankh sitting up here talking like we ain't from Africa. You feel what I'm saying? We not from Africa, bro. Even Saneter telling your dumbass that. Let's finish letting Ankh tell us this pseudo rhetoric, and we're gonna let some more niggas. We either gonna let James Smalls or Saneter debunk his ass.
References. Get the book by a white man in Von Woutenau. He wrote a book with a lot of pictures in it.
Now I'm gonna end it right there. Right? I don't have nothing to say about that. That's my issue with this whole thing. That's my issue with Professor Smalls. He didn't check the nonsense at the door, man.
How can he check the nonsense at the door when it's the part of his damn history? You want him to lie about the shit? You want James Smalls to lie about his history? James Smalls, tell this nigga.
And everybody in the world is admitting this now. This is not new news. It's only being exposed more now. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Even the BBC is talking about it in documentaries. The History Channel is talking about it. National Geographic have done a whole piece on it. They've even went to some of the descendants in Argentina of the original black people who was in the hemisphere before the Mongolians came.
I know what do that is.
Our history is important when we tell it, you know.
See, but Ankh don't believe that though. don't believe our history is important. You feel what I'm saying?
Make is a reference to people call Indians. It's an Asiatic population, a Mongolian population, a Mongoloid population that came over here 10,000 years ago. The people who lived in those islands in the Caribbean and the people who lived on the mainland of North America, South America were African people.
What about the Aborigines I'm talking about?
Aborigines simply is a reference to being original to that space.
Right.
Those were African people. They came here from Africa like everybody else in the world. Okay. And so we were just Africans that got here votes. This is not a secret. And in southern Mexico, many of those towns are black and run by black sheriffs and black mayors. We don't hear about them. We've been in this hemisphere for hundreds of thousands of years, just like we've been in Australia.
Come on,
Papua New Guinea and Asiatics, who we call Indians, who came over 10,000 years ago, before our brothers and sisters who came on the ships came 400 years ago. But we're Africans, and we were Africans before we met the Asiatics. And they were Africans.
See, this nigga be on this African shit. James Smalls be double talking. He'll say Africans don't exist. This nigga just be saying any goddamn thing at this point. But what's Saneter say about it?
That shit is baby talk.
Oh, man.
So we can really
I'm saying, the more you open your
eyes talking this African shit, we was here before Africa. That's a baby fucking language. All right? That shit is baby talk.
Oh, man.
So we can really
I'm saying, the more you open your mouth, you're not qualified.
God damn, did you Saneter? Hold on, wait. Hey, Saneter, this brother Ankh, yo, you my man, yo. For the listening audience, what language is here? What language is here? Hold on, Saneter. What language are you talking about? Since we not African, then who the fuck are we then, bro?
And y'all not no motherfucking African.
What are we then? Because last time I checked, hold on. Last time I checked, we see people. We see people from Africa. So wherever we at, it's fucking we spread Africa, brother. Are you serious? A damn European to tell you he's a fucking African.
When Seti walked up on the scene in his opening remarks, Seti got up there. See, y'all keep saying the brother was violating. Let me talk, and then you're gonna hit it.
Nah. Back on that African shit for a minute. See, I'm because you ain't African though. Yo, who the fuck are you? We
brother, I'm gonna deal with that if you let me talk, brother. You keep
but I'm trying to figure out this because you done fucked me up with that one, son.
Get into it. Let me talk.
What's the language? What's the language that predate niggas talking in Africa though, brother?
When Seti got up there,
that hat tonight.
When Seti got up there with his opening round, all Seti was talking about is this nigga is not qualified to debate me. This nigga can't do nothing. How the fuck Seti won that round? The Hebrew got up there and said, man, you can waste all your time talking about yourself all you want. And he got up there and knocked Seti ass out with the first punch. He was never able to recuperate. He was never able to get back up. So y'all can go ahead and bail out on your punch. I'm gonna keep
what was the punch though? We just want to know what the punch was. Since it was that devastating, groundbreaking, what was it, yo?
That shit was
devastating. Saneter giving that Hebrew personal information on Seti? Huh?
Go look at the
video. Wow.
Why do you think you feel comfortable when you talk?
Yeah, but you said the rules was no personal shots, yo. You weren't supposed to let that one go though, bro.
Look at the video, Africans.
Okay. So what are you though? What are you, Star? What are you, Star? Hold on, Chris. So what are you then, though? I'm just asking. Besides the energy band, what are you?
You don't speak no African language. You don't eat no African food.
So what?
You don't wear no African
catch you on the street, nigga, no more.
I don't know nothing about Africa, man. I don't know nothing about
Africa. Saneter. Hold on for a minute. Come on, Minkara. Everybody stop. Minkara, come on, yo. So what you trying to tell me is, Saneter, so this is what you really trying to tell me. If we in America, right, don't eat African food or wear African clothes, then we no longer African, yo? Is that what you really trying to say?
Motherfuckers, we are our own people now.
Boom. And you got this nigga Ankh over here still talking about we out. You got to go pick that up with your own people, Ankh. You got to go pick that up with your own people, gang.
You see, if you check that at the door, make them be clear, make them back it up with the academic studies, use STEM to identify and verify who we are, then you wouldn't have a problem with me. Never said you was a crook, never said that. What I'm saying is you're incapable of giving us our history accurately. You have proven this. You've roused up a whole bunch of people that's suffering from identity crisis. You rouse them up like a bunch of hungry wolves. You have miseducated them. That's my issue. My issue is that it's the same vein. It's the same vein of pseudoscientific ideas, misinformation that will turn to disinformation. And then they little disrespectful fucks at the end of the day. They disrespectful with wild information. They stick their chests out.
It ain't wild, bro. It's fact. And you even admitted in this segment that you seen the information and you just hid it. You just didn't want to talk about it. You's a Mitch. You's a Mitch. And for that, man, we're going to continue a little bit more of this conversation.
See if they can stand up in an academic setting and pull that off. They can't. I just wanted to end with that.
And I want to say this, brother Ankh, too, because this is how much.
We ain't nothing like you dumbass Africans. We are noble Americans. We are noble people, man.
Facts.
We're not no savage. We're not no bunch of ass backwards, dumb, blind people like James Smalls calls them tethered Africans. No, we are noble people, outstanding, righteous, stand-up people, have been, always have been. And now we're not just standing up for everybody no more. We're only doing for self, and it's becoming an issue. Delineation isn't divisive. Delineation isn't an attack. Delineation is simply doing for self and not allowing you guys to eat off of us. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
This nigga Ankh is one of the most pseudoest niggas I've ever seen, man. And they're trying to shit on us now, reclaiming our understanding and perspective of being indigenous and aboriginal to this land. They're mad we're reclaiming this shit properly. Oh no, y'all pseudo. You claiming to be from here? Ain't no black people originated from here. The original people from here wasn't black. They were like white, Asians, Mongoloid. Come on, bro. You know Mongoloid is from Asia, bro. Cut it out. Knock it off. Every landmass got niggas as original peoples, except for America is the most dumbest pseudo shit. And like James Smalls and other scientists said, no scientists would disagree with that. That the original people here were of the Negro stock, unlike the Mongoloid. Do every year we gotta prove this shit to these dummies? They stuck on repeat and remedial. This is extremely remedial. And I'm highly convinced that he's done got a new crack pipe channel. I think it's called Crack Pipe TV. This is some crack pipe smoke information. This is some bum on the side of the liquor store, just got out of prison for jaywalking type of rhetoric.
Yo, AP.
Yes, sir.
Mic check. I'm loud and clear.
I mean,
hey, you cooking?
You ain't that loud.
I'm not that loud.
I mean, you good now. You good.
Okay. Peace, brother. How you doing, bro?
Man,
hey, man, you cooking.
Brother.
You cooking. Yeah, you baking and you cooking right now. I got it, man. There's so much I want to talk about, but I got to go back a little. So I want to say peace and paradise to all American Aborigines and all guests to America. How y'all doing? What? AP, what it do, man? Hey, so
Man,
so
we're
real
doing
fast.
fantastic, man. Hey, man, shout out to the Billy Goat in the building, man. We got Chief motherfucking Holiday for those that don't know that he in the building. Shout out to Chief.
Yeah. You already know what it is with the boat.
Man, we got your Saha
big
in the
bro,
building.
little
Shout
big
out
bro,
to Chief.
little big bro. What's up, little big bro?
We
You
got
already know,
Saha
man.
Chief Holiday in the building.
You already know what it is. Hey, so real fast, man. I just want to say, man, peace to everybody, man. But I man, listen. When I heard James Smalls say what he said, like I heard, like I'm getting bits and pieces and stuff. I got the tail end of the situation, right? When he was talking about, shout out to Professor James Smalls, no disrespect to the elder or whatever. I respect the fact that he has came forward.
I gotta say it like this. Sometimes it's a difference between. I'm gonna let you rock. My bad. And like I was explaining different. Every old nigga ain't an elder.
Hey, I shout out to Brother Monty. He called them olders. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
They olders.
You got olders and you got elders. Some of these niggas just older niggas, just old niggas.
Right. I thought it was an interesting perspective. Right. We're gonna get to Ankh, but I got to start with him. He's an elder, right? The older, whatever we're gonna determine that, right? But I thought it was really interesting that he was like that he pointed out that, and from his perspective, that in that interview with the African dude, that the FBA was a CIA operation. He was like, just look. And I thought it was interesting that he said that because he has admitted for working for the CIA when he was working for City College. He said he had a bigger budget at City College than the president of City College. Out his mouth, they rigged elections, they did things or whatever. He also said a lot of other things. He exposed a lot of things that he said that they did wrong, that he when he was miseducated as a youngster and going and wanting to sit in restaurants and stuff. He's talked about all this stuff, bro. And they've all been putting this stuff under the rug. Even Saneter, because that clip right there with Saneter saying with that's like 7-8 years ago.
Right.
That's not like yesterday. Now, shout out to Saneter. He's a Shinnecock now, right? He always knew that. That right there, they shut him down. They were funded. So we've always exposed all these dudes. See, one thing that Ankh is talking about, when he's talking about like hiding it, like you pointed out that they were hiding information, right? Years ago, right? They've been doing this, bro. They have suppressed interviews. They suppressed debates. They suppressed everything because they have always been funded. They've always known this. And now that they're dead, they're trying to strike out. I think we should just ignore these fools for real. But I want to expose them because we've already exposed everybody. Y'all know if I expose Dr. John Henry Clark, who I affectionately call Pawpaw, right, has been a CIA agent. We talk about this, AP. All these guys work for these, were funded by these people. Well, actually sitting in a Langley class is diabolical, right? So far as Professor James Smalls, bro, pipe down, man.
Listen,
You can't play both sides of the field. Yeah.
Listen, we in the new age, bro. Ain't no, bro. We challenging this bullshit ass McGraw-Hill system, and not only that, we're challenging the system that has been in place in the conscious community. These niggas ain't no such thing as these master teachers. Because when you double check the research and just don't regurgitate, the master teachers was wrong.
I mean, there's none of them have none of their master teachers, from Ivan Van Sertima to Dr. Ben, Dr. John Henry Clark, they all say that we've been here for thousands of years. That's according to the science. There's no scientist, Barry Fields. Nobody's going to come up here. There's no PhD, no archaeologist going to tell you that Negroes wasn't here first. So we're not going to go back and forth with them. So the fact that they still having these conversations is a problem for me, bro. It's an absolute problem. It should be canceled. You know, like those, like it. Then Dr. Mott sitting up there. That's using that term loosely.
And let's be clear about this. Let's be clear about her. She is on record, and I got the documents, and I will do a separate episode this week. I promise you guys, on my op, aka the convert, street criminal turned agent, turned informant. She got turned into an informant. She was with a criminal organization, got hemmed up. They talked her into cooperating. hooked her up with a bunch of wires and got these people locked up that she had committed loyalty to at one point in time. She's a disloyal, flip-flopping agent in a damn dyke, might I add.
Terrible, allegedly. Hey, sir. Yeah. Well, I want to get back on James Smalls before we get to these guys, because they small fries, man. I got to keep it real, and the fact that they still talking, bro, is crazy, man. Like, don't why, and then even to talk about people 10,000 years ago when they know that mestizos would have to be mixed with pale skins, right? Like, if you have a Native American, they're not full-blooded, they're mixed. See how this works? It's not. Listen, they created a story, right? It's called miseducation. They've been funding it through a black program. Okay, they've been doing this for years. So the fact that they are still like trying to do this, that's why we're gonna expose y'all. Pipe down, go sit down somewhere. All y'all go lick your balls, whatever the fuck y'all need to do, bro. But y'all gotta stand. We told y'all to stand down, bro. Y'all
Yeah,
been lost these debates.
American
So the
isness.
fact that y'all
Yes,
still doing this, it's a problem.
you know how
I promise
somebody is a secret informant and they're gonna go buy drugs off of somebody. And I'm just using this for instance. I'm not saying that was the situation with her. I'm gonna get elaborate on what her situation was. But just say they hook you up with wires and secret cameras and recording devices, and you go to the people you're supposed to be recording, and you talk about all the illegal shit that they're doing. You buy some illegal shit, and then you leave, and then they go rush in and get them. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they did with her to some people that she was cool with. She's an agent. She's an informant.
Terrible.
She's a CI on paperwork. And
AP.
Guess what? Ankh is from Baltimore at the bottom, and the dyke at the top left is from Baltimore, which leads me to believe that they're both in on some type of government agency, because he was an ex-crackhead that now look clean. She was a criminal dyke that's now teaching damn African studies. Something ain't right, man.
Now, Bapperton, I would keep on running. The greatest of all time. Man, I wasn't going to go there, but isn't the governor of Maryland, Wes Moore? Are we going to trigger some Moors this morning? You know.
Alabama.
Baltimore. Come on, go. Come on, kick it. Kick the ballistics,
What's up
goddamn.
with you, big bro? Hey, man, listen, I'm tired of these people, bro. Like, I'm gonna get on their head later too, man. I got some shit for them, but I just gotta say, man, like we have to go back in history. Professor James Smalls has came out and said that he was funded by the CIA. He has admitted that.
And I believe you have the tape of John Henry Clark at Cornell saying he was directly funded from the CIA. I believe both you and BAP do have that in the archives, right?
So listen. This is what's so crazy about that is AP did a debate with Rob Bourne. Shout out to Rob Bourne. It's my guy. And that part of the debate what AP did that got cut out. But we got it. You know what I'm saying? Because we knew what they were going to do. Because they've been doing it for years. You Jabarians. Like, y'all, we have been, listen, y'all, they don't even want to have a conversation. Because they know we're gonna expose the information. First off, information is garbage. That doesn't even make sense. Like
and
they
the
even have
nerve
a
that they have
conversation about who
the
we are
nerve that they
at this
have to
point.
say that it's
Yeah.
information, which means to inform, right? To inform of us what? Go. To inform us of what?
Well, they are informing the ghetto.
They are
informant
informants.
Yeah, they are ghetto informant pro. Hey, I'm open about this. Been saying this a long time, y'all. That's why I've been shadow banned. I've been banned, been censored. So I don't, and hence why you see what you see, because we had to go outside of them. It's been a renegade nation, and so a lot of y'all, like, once again, just strap your seatbelt. This is a bumpy ride, but we about to have some fun. Like, we just been practicing, and that shit is. They can't even come outside. You can't tell none of these kids no more that they from Africa. That's dead. Start there.
Go. Do they
And
not
the
know
book is like,
that the
he blaming
truth is
Professor
with
James
the
Smalls.
American known as the Negro? Do they not understand that? The ultimate truth is with the American. That's all we
The
have to
only
stand
American.
on. We don't have to convert. We don't have to convince. We don't have to cajole. Tell the truth, you scumbag, crack pipe mother. So, go ahead, brother, before I sound triggered.
Well, listen, I don't know. I know that's the thing. I think he had, said years ago, whatever. I don't even want to get into whatever their personal situation is. I only want to deal with the information right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, be quiet. We've had debates that just magically disappeared. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah, getting
the
scrubbed
fact
from
that
the
they're
internet,
still, the
getting
fact that they still
controlled
having
and
these
screened.
conversations, bro, is crazy to me. There's no more. Them niggas is on milk cartons. Almond Fry Squad, like Mozzie Clan, all you niggas garbage. And if y'all still pushing that, then you're doing a disservice to your ancestors. Because I know me and him have had conversations in these debates. And this nigga has said that his grandparents told him he was Blackfoot. I
His
thought that was
mama
diabolical.
told him that he was Indian. He said he don't believe her ass. Straight up.
On her deathbed. Yeah.
On her
He
deathbed, she
said,
told
he
him
said
that.
she took it to her death with it, bro. Like he done said stuff. Like so having conversations about even the like when we even show the archaeological stuff here, said, well, those were paleo human beings. Well, what paleo just means a time period. Or those are those are archaic human beings. Like they weren't anatomically correct. Well, archaic and once again he has been schooled on this, but he continues to keep pushing the same playbook. I've been on these people at CIA. So I'm not gonna go back and forth with y'all. So anybody that's still pushing Pan-African anything, we African this, Africans are telling them niggas in Africa at your hotel that you're not African. James Smalls.
James Smalls is
Pipe the fuck
CIA.
down. Yeah, he's already said it. I'm not slandering him. He said it.
But then he had the nerve to say someone
He
else
said it.
may be an agent. So you then going
He
to
would be a
insinuate,
fucking
not
expert.
provide evidence.
Bro, he was in the car driving Malcolm X, working for these people. What the fuck are we talking about? Everybody pipe down,
Exactly.
bro. I'm about to, hey, listen. Every time Saneter call me and he wants me to debate somebody, I've always told him I need Professor James Smalls. Don't bring nobody else for me.
Straight
I
up.
want it to
Straight
pure.
up.
Hey,
Don't
and so
go
they don't
nowhere
have
else.
nowhere else. I want the last one living. You hear me?
But well, hold on, Go.
I
But
don't want
what is Leonard Jeffries in the witness protection program?
Hey
He
man,
said the
listen.
last one living,
Hey,
but
no.
I mean,
Well, I don't know. Hey, listen. I heard Callis say even when they're in the dirt, shoot in the dirt. If you know what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying? You feel me?
dig
God
them
damn
up
it.
for practice, huh?
No, I ain't digging shit up.
Yes.
You hear me what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Y'all feel
That's
me?
what he said.
Fuck is
That's what
y'all
he
talking
said.
about, bro? Real talk, fam. Like I just this makes me hot because why would you be talking when you saying progression, bro? Treek ain't this shit to nothing. So even people coming for him is minding they other people business.
But wait a
That
minute,
man
Go.
said nothing.
Hold on. The
He
statement
ain't
you
said
just
nothing
made,
that
the
this nigga
statement you
ain't
just
said though,
made
bro.
is proof
Fuck's
because
wrong with
there's
him?
progression. These are cock blocking bastards,
Man, they ain't
gatekeeper
busting shit.
wannabes.
Bro, listen. They ain't outside, they ain't busting shit. They ain't doing shit. It's just they see shit and they like, oh, these youth is gone. Bro, ain't nobody listen to that dumb shit no more, bro. No nothing burger ass shit. Not building nothing, not building, bringing nothing to the table. No plan for the kids. Nothing. Man, y'all better pipe down, bro. Real talk. Real shit. Like we talking real shit now. All this internet shit you niggas is playing, nah, real shit. The fuck? That's crazy.
When we gonna talk about land theft? Now, of course, some of this needs to be off
Land
mic,
theft.
but
No,
yes,
no, we
outright
on land
land
theft right
theft,
now.
ongoing land theft, losing
No, we
land
on land theft
over
right now.
funerals, burials, ignorant nigga shit. Okay, because it's some shit about to drop, bro, and when it drops, we better have some place to go. You feel me? Go.
Man, we already home. What you talking about, go?
Oh, I don't mean as in leaving, traveling. I mean as in staging. You feel me? So every time there's a family, or as a matter of fact, for example, and I hope, Bap, that you're going to consider this, Viola Ford Fletcher's book should be on display, and everyone, the words coming out of your mouth should be, don't let them, and we know who they are from the anthem, from our brother Kendrick during the Super Bowl, don't let them bury my story. Viola Ford Fletcher, 111. Tulsa, Greenwood, Archer, and Pine should be on our lips every day. And I yield.
Shout out to Alabama. Shout out to everybody else that's in the building too, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumbs up the video, support the channel, man. Support the channel, man. Salute to everybody in the building. We got big bruh, the general enemy Publix, brother Nasir in the building.
Got the big bros up there today. What's happening?
Peace. How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm over here in the lab now.
Salute, General. You're supposed to give him his entree. Comrade Anthem. Slap it.
I was back in the lab. What you on, man? I ain't gonna get on those, but you know, I might say something over there. Something.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
So I heard you back in the lab, though. Shout out to
I'm trying to do a little something
to get back in the lab.
Yes, sir. I'm, getting everything piece by piece, trying to make it happen.
Word. AP, he might want to get in AP might be a little rusty right now. He ain't been rapping in a while, so I don't know. He might get you a battle or something, AP. I don't know. Ugh. You trick. Got the old heads getting back in the lab. AP, you there?
Yeah, my pen is wicked. My pen game is
I can't wait to
crazy.
hear it, man. I can't wait to hear it.
It's crazy.
Shout out to my guy, old dude.
But that's his theme song, GOAT. He should have been playing Camaraderie Anthem when the general comes in. Just like the commander-in-chief, Negro.
Hey, ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? You gotta send it to us. I ain't even got it's a record? I ain't heard it yet.
Nah, you ain't heard it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play a little bit of it while we got a little break. That'll give everybody enough chance to hit that like button, thumb up the video, and support the channel. You see what I'm
Copper
saying?
Draco, you bogus. I hear the records aired later. I'll be like, why y'all didn't send me the records? So shout out to Copper Draco, man. Shout out to Drake Cobbs, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that's doing the music, man. Appreciate y'all. Real talk. Yeah, keep doing what y'all do, man.
Yep. My favorite joint is closing the ranks, because that's what we got to do. We got to close the ranks, brother.
Okay.
So yeah, let's play a little bit of it real quick. Let's do that.
We got to close the ranks.
What you talking about?
Hands up in the air, unified and bold. Shoulders locked tight, stories untold. This is the camaraderie, the brotherhood flow. We all stand in that for the people we know.
Field Marshal Brother Nasir, never back down. Talk your talk media, word spreads around town. Big dog, Philly OG, wisdom in his bark. Big Aboriginal power, lighting up the dark. Key Norfolk on the line, speaking truth through the static. Open to knowledge, mind sharp, automatic. Sure is the realest with that unbreakable stance. Bro Sanchez bringing light, giving minds a chance. Dangerous music, Drake Cobbs on the sound. DJ Cuddy spins it, our anthem hits the ground. T wriggles, Dulcinea, voices join the crowd. Smoke signal in the air, make the ancestors proud.
We all stand, we all rise. Act for our people, open up our eyes. Linked by legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher.
We lift each other higher. Supreme Chief Holiday, guiding with honor. Voodoo Child channel spirit, the feeling gets stronger. No one left behind. Every name is a torch, lighting freedom's path. As we move off the porch, every voice different, but the heart's the same. We paint our own future, signing with our names. Forged by the struggle, united by the fight. One dream, one people, together in the light.
We all stand, we all rise. Act for our people, open up our eyes. Linked by our legacy, forged in the fire. This is camaraderie, we lift each other higher. Hands clasped in a circle. Ancestors hear the call. Past, present, future. Together we won't fall. From the roots in the soil to the stars in the sky. Voices echo strong, let the unity fly. for the people. Our movement, our pride. This is camaraderie. We stand side by side.
From the roots in the soil to the stars in the sky. Salute, Joe.
I just want to know where y'all get Rihanna from. Shout out to Copper Draco, man. Dope record, man. Dope record.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I got somebody
You
that'll
got
make
the
Rihanna.
remix too, right, Bap? Don't you have the remix version?
I said where they get Rihanna from.
I got somebody that'll make Rihanna stop singing. Trust me.
Nah, it's all good. Dope record. Hey, so yeah, man, we moving, man. We working, man. So yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Tap in, man. Real shit. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Shout out
share,
to
subscribe.
everybody in the building.
If y'all haven't shared this on all your social media platforms, man, y'all don't be a custer or a buster, whatever you prefer. Share it on your social media platforms, man. It's the GOAT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I'm about to get ready to make my way up out of here, man. This was a decent live stream. I do appreciate everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button, thumb up the video, support the channel. Hey, man, it's your brother Original Power. Make sure y'all be safe as y'all move around today. You feel me? Make sure y'all be safe. Make sure y'all be aware. Make sure y'all stay vigilant. I do appreciate y'all for coming through. It is your brother Original Power, and we out.
Keys on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track, on the track.
For the stats, I be beating the odds. In the blood, it be making me calm. Ride the turret just like I'm Saddam. I'ma blow up just like I'm a bomb. I'ma leave it.